Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Thursday. So glad you're with us tonight. We have a very, very cool show. We've got 10% off. So how about some discounts, some values, fine jewelry for practically free. That's what I like to call this show. It really is. It's a fine jewelry, best of quality for better than you could ever spend on really lab-grown costume jewelry and all the like. So you can own the very best. And we have got a great example of that today. We're going to see a blue wing block D that actually has yellow diamonds on the sides. It is the creme de la creme. I mean, this is how you step it up. I know you can't get any better than blue wing block D. However, the setting we can upgrade the white diamonds to natural yellows and bring you a classic three-stone style. This is what all the really high-end gems are set like in today's really, again, couture elite world. That is, if you have more money than you know what to do with and you're shopping for jewelry, that's where you go. This is how the finest stones are set. So we have that on the way. Yellow diamonds, blue wing block D. It's a great little mesh of colors. We love the color too. It's museum reserve, so it's gonna have a lot of red. There's also gonna be a very affordable Paraíba. Now, affordable Paraíba comes with a little asterisk, doesn't it? Usually affordable Paraíba could be considered $1 million. It could be considered $100,000. We've got our version of affordable, which means affordable. So really by everyone's definition. We also have a pink zircon. It's in the new ish mounting. It's got our curb link style in diamonds. There's Alexandrite here in a bridge that normally would be also $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 right here on this show tonight. It's discounted. And we also have a yellow diamond pendant that is brand new. So that's going to be a few of our highlights, but there's also an Imperial topaz blowout. I have the best of the best. Gathered up our 1.5, 2 carat ish stones. We've got those coming up. All four on a wheel, discounted tremendously. And there's even an 8 carat emerald that's discounted too. And that's when you know everything we have, there's nothing off limits. It's everything. We see 10% off everything. That's what it's about. And for those of you that missed out on a really big aqua, I got a lot of requests about that. We had a really stunning aquamarine the other day. It was a huge size. I've got something similar here tonight in an aqua that also is over 14 carats in size. We're going to have affordable as well. So like really affordable, like where we're going to start. Pink zircon pendant that'll actually match the ring we have coming up later. Oh, and there are blue zircon earrings too. So if you like that really bright punch of color, here we are in the dog days of summer, and everybody's talking about fall. Well, it's getting close. I was talking to kids today. I do some volunteering and talking to some younger kids today, and what was really exciting is they're all going back to school. And I remember, my school days were a while back, but we didn't start till after Labor Day. But it's true, this is summertime coming to an end. It may not feel like it outside the weather-wise, but there are a lot of people going back to school, getting back to that routine. So as we think about beautiful, beautiful jewelry to go forward as we are talking about fall upcoming, holiday season upcoming, you know, that's the beautiful thing about jewelry. You never put it away. You never have to wait for a certain season of life or season of year to wear your fine jewelry. It's every single day part of who you are in your own style. So we've got a great way to start. It's actually an affordable pendant. It's going to be our pink zircon. This will match that ring coming up a little bit later. And actually, it is a one only here. No surprise, probably. If you've been watching this event, you know we have a lot of one only pieces and one only jewelry, and that is how you also know what you expect, because when you get it at home, guess what you're getting? That exact pendant. Not some look-alike or replica or wannabe. That's the actual piece you're going to get. It stays in rose gold. It's item number 1113088, and it is a 212. That's a 212 zircon. That's going to be your carat weight on your round, plus a 3-point diamond individually. That's 1 3-point stone that you have there, looking fantastic. And we got the values. Boy, am I going to roll out some discounts as we're in the final call of this savings event that has been summertime excellence, really. I mean, truly some of the biggest values we've ever seen in our history here, and they're all rolling out here. So we've got a 212. Let's show you against the hand, give you an idea of the size. This is really meant to be everyday wearable, something kind of just, again, tailored and classic and nothing too abstract or unusual about it, but still nothing but quality. And the rose gold, a great mix, if you ask me, for that stone that is that really deep, kind of intense pinky red cranberry color. It's got a lot of raspberry purples to it as well. It's going to be about 3/4 of an inch top to bottom, or maybe even, 5/8 to be exact. And the rose gold setting is how it stays. Let's take a look at it from a distance away as well, so you can get an idea of that size. And really just imagine it on your favorite chain. I would probably recommend here a rose gold chain for this one, because you want to have that match, but we'll take it back up close and give you great value. And how about this for a stunning pink zircon round elite It's not cloudy, it's not hazy, it's very, very clean material. I know we've had a lot of you looking for pink zircons and pendants. I'm so glad we have one for you tonight. And it's going to be less than $9.99. Taking it on down. You know what else I have? Turquoise earrings coming up shortly. We've got the last call on our turquoise hoops, so I'm looking forward to those as well. And turquoise always feels like summer to me, but again, goes with everything year round. Let's talk what we can do here to make this a really wonderful, wonderful value and send it on out for, how about $499 instead? And that would be an extra $50 off if you'd like to go ahead and take advantage of that 10% off, and why not? So that would be it. Oh, and speaking of big stones, we had the big aqua. I told you about the 14 karat we're going to see. There's also an 11 karat 63 round blue wing excellence. Look at this one. That is, I know it's not even in focus, but look at that. Takes up the whole screen. Look at how beautiful that round is. That's my favorite round we have. So this is $449. We'll move on. We got a lot to do tonight. And of course, your requests are not only welcome, they are encouraged. I would really love to find you whatever it is you might be thinking about looking for. Maybe if it's something from last night, you want to check on availability, or something that you're just not sure if maybe it's still available, or maybe not even sure if it's right for you. Well, we can help you with that by showing it again. Usually that's very helpful to see it one more time. And look at what we have here. This is a turquoise hoop earring. Don't see that every day of the week. It is our turquoise in gold. We actually have a couple of these available. I'm going to show you the white gold as well. Just let me make room for them. Well, interesting how one is kind of sitting up on its edge here. This will be at number 5722, and you do have the white gold and yellow gold options. We actually have a couple in the yellow gold, and thank goodness for that, because turquoise and yellow gold is a very popular combination. So I'm excited to see that. We're going to have a few of those for you. That's what the white gold looks like, and that's going to be a one only pair in the white gold. So let me go get our light back on, and then what we're going to do here is try a 5722 3 carats 01 of your turquoise. Okay, so it's a beautiful option, and you've got a really special look. We are thrilled that this is here. I mean, you just can't get much better than that. When you talk about round stones matched up, cabochon cut, and that's what we always see with an opaque stone, is the cabochon cuts. But you see that also being bezel set, there's going to be a smoothness to them. There's going to be a really kind of an easy luxe about this earring. And what I mean by that is easy luxe. What does that mean? Luxury shouldn't be easy. Luxury is usually complex. It's usually expensive. It's usually something that can be high maintenance to wear, or something complicated to enjoy. This is not that. This is a hoop earring with one beautiful lever back hinge, so it just opens on up, snaps right back in place. But then you also have the ability to have all that smoothness. There's not a prong in the earring. These are big, beautiful, chunky turquoise that are natural through and through. These are not reconstituted. They are not some kind of powder ground glued together. That's what we see a lot of turquoise. Actually, it might just be labeled as turquoise, but it's actually, a lot of times it's actually reconstituted or stabilized turquoise. That is not what we are bringing you here. So one is not the same as another, and that's really what we're always harping on, is quality, 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 because there's a lot of lookalikes, and there's a lot of simulants, and there's a lot of synthetics out there, and we're here to bring you nothing but the highest end, so you can bank on it. Every time you shop, no matter what the stone is, no matter what the price point is, you can bank on that quality factor being number one. That's how we do it. And then we figure out a way to make it affordable as well. So take a look, because we're going to try them on for you, and we're going to get you all set up here with a big old value. Remember, only a couple in the yellow, white gold just one pair, 3/4 of an inch in that length, and in that gorgeous hoop style. I'm going to borrow the yellow, because I'm a yellow gold girl through and through. I love it. I mean, I will wear white gold certainly, but usually only with white diamonds. When I see color, no matter what the color, really I like it in the yellow gold. There's a richness about it. There's a luxury about yellow gold that we're seeing more than ever, obviously with gold prices where they're at, and yet we ignore that too. 3/4 of an inch, as you see there. Notice the 5 stones are going to really take you to that look where it looks like they go all the way around. It looks even like they may go around the back when they don't, because that's where your hinge is. So this is that Omega style backing so many of you are asking about, where it does not touch the post. You are not relying on the backside locking into the post to keep it secure. You just flip it up, and then it finds itself, and that's what's going to keep it secure to the ear. So I will just model one for you so you can get an even better idea of what it's going to look like when it's on. But remember, operators, there's a reason we're starting with this so early. It's the fact that we have so few to go around. And even though there is more than one pair, which is delightful and very exciting, not enough to go around probably for everybody who wants a pair tonight. That's the yellow gold. Again, you're not going to see a lot of the gold, so that's why I just say match whatever you have already, match whatever you like to wear already as it is, but you're going to have that straight post and that great, again, hinge style. And you can see that is a really bold way to do turquoise. turquoise. It's nothing but the best, the fine, the beautifully solid, the no matrix. That is really the finest of fine when it comes to any turquoise out there, and happens to come from the good old US of A. So you get a USA mined stone too, which is a point of pride in this turquoise world, and we are going to blow them out for less than $1,000. They're not $9.99 either. Remember, that's the yellow gold. We'll show you each color choice you have here up close as we take another look at them. And again, one just beautiful hinge snap style. So really just that omega style, which makes it so easy to wear. The consistency of turquoise, I'm so happy we have these for you. And what we're going to do is make it very affordable, better than even, I don't know about $9.99. I'm looking at where they started. I'm not even giving you the start price. I'm giving you the sale price they should be. And then we're finding a way to just discount from there to make it a whole lot more interesting here. So we'll make this in solid gold. Do we have okay, yellow gold already, one gone already in the yellow gold. That means we only have 2 left. Remember, we started with 3 in the yellow, 1 in the white. That will be everything. So this is your chance to pick them up. They're not going to be $9.99. You will need to have these earrings in your life. If you at all praise or love or just really, really covet the turquoise out of the Sleeping Beauty mine, you need to get these, because how many times do you see a turquoise hoop anywhere else in the world today? It is tough. It is rare. It is so unusual. And that to have the consistency, it's one thing to put one stone in a ring and call it a day. When you have to have the consistency of stones all the way through the front of an earring, that's a whole different story. And that's what you have here. And they are not going to be $9.99 or $8.88 or $777. Where on earth? That is the beauty of why you're probably here with us every single one of the 15 hours a week we have a broadcast time. Because if you're not, you're missing values like this. You're missing one of a kind or 2 of a kind or 3 of a kind opportunities when there are a lot more shoppers out there looking for values on turquoise than we have earrings to go around. And they're not going to be $777 for the pair. This is prior to a 10% off discount. I don't know if you're waiting, but again, you shouldn't be, because take a look at this. This is going to be an important value and better price than ever before. Let's make them even lower than $700. I'll take them down to $699 a pair. That is it, but you have a $70 extra discount. Why not? You can go ahead and do that and then get them for $629. What color would you like? Thank you. The white gold is already sold then. Those white gold gone. Congratulations on the white gold pair. And like I said, we already have one spoken for in the yellow, so that leaves us with 2 pairs now left in the yellow gold, and that will be it. So $629 and change to get those fabulous pieces. Hey, Barbara, good to have you with us. Hello, Kirsten. Yeah, this is what's called day 3 of a relentless migraine. You put on a tracksuit to go to work. Yeah, it's just what happens. It's just what happens. But thank you very much. Thank you, Kirsten. Yeah, and we're glad to see everybody here with us hanging out. Hey, Renee. Yeah, and yeah, Sally. Hey, Sally. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's move on. We got to go. I'm going to get our light back on. This is only my 4th trip over. So, oh man, I kind of thought we'd be okay with the light today. Didn't we deal with this last night? Last night I just left the light off the whole night, and I guess that didn't work very well. So here we go. Yeah. So tonight I'll go do my laps. I'll get my running in. But here we go at $6.99. Let me know if you'd like one of those. We got 60 seconds left with them, and that will be that. So thank you so much. It is. Sorry guys. Yeah. It is day 3. This is, I think right from here it's hospital central. I'm going to the hospital after this and go take care of this because I can't take it anymore. But yeah, but thank you guys for being with us. You'll have to tolerate me for a couple of more hours, and then we'll see if I can shake this thing. But who knows what's going on? I don't know. If it's the spires and the smoke, I don't know if it's the heat. I'm not sure. But here's what we've got. I got values. I tell you that. So that's what we're going to do. Shopping can cure anything and everything. I'm a believer in that. So we're going to make it really easy for you here tonight. Okay, so then we've got new Savverite in a necklace. I also have a really cool yellow diamonds, couple of yellow diamond deals. We've got a ring, I've got a pendant, I've got a pair of earrings, and that's going to be a nice little mix and match of yellow diamond opportunities. And yet, you know what else is still, I was noticing there's still here, the trillion cut yellow diamonds we had last night. Oh my gosh, did you guys see those? I don't know if anyone saw them. They are so beautiful, and they're still available if you wanted to get them. They were $14.99 for trillions. It was really impressive. So if anybody needs those trillion cut yellow diamonds, I'm still thinking about those from yesterday. So yeah, there's still some opportunities to get some pieces from yesterday as well. So that will be that. And here we go. Okay, you guys ready? It's last call and one now left in the yellow gold. That's always the pair I like. And by the way, Joanne, who got yours? Cindy? Cindy, thank you so much. All right, Cindy, way to go. And thank you, thank you. And we do have a new Paraíba. Look at this carat 42. Just since we all like something unique and beautiful in rare of rare of rare, well, there's our beautiful blue green in that swimming pool blue. Doesn't that sound good? A swimming pool blue year round. The pool is still open, and look at how stunning that is. So that's going to be a fun one, and that's going to be really impressive. And then also we have that Savverite necklace I'm going to show you. And we also have, interestingly enough, I have another pair of earrings that's going to be similar color to the pink zircon we saw earlier in the pendant, but it's actually going to be Zambar and Garnets, and we haven't seen those in a while either. So that's our Paraíba. This is my really pretty Savverite. I just think that is the most beautiful way to do a halo, where it separates and creates another shape around it. That will be item number, let me see here, Savverite's going to be 8819. It's 18 karat gold, including that really interesting chain. Isn't it a cool, like, twisted type of style here? We don't see, that's not like even a standard chain, really. It's got a very unique texture to it. So that's going to come with it, because if I show you something on the air, that means you get it, okay? I'm not going to show you something and then you're going to be surprised. Where did that, chain go when you get it at home? Just know if I show it to you, you're going to get that with it. It's 8819. It's 18 karat gold. It's got a carat 04 in the Savverite. It's an oval that is very, very clean, but it's also got a lot of diamonds, and that's going to be a diamond weight of 29 points. So that will be surrounding it. But look at how they did the diamond shape around the oval, where it looks like the stone is floating. It's almost like it's hovering in between that diamond shape, which makes it so interesting. And then you have, of course, let's look at the great finishing. And then the chain is going to be, I'm going to show that to you from a distance so you can see a little more of that texture from how it's going to look to everyone else's perspective. We don't see a lot of our pendants or necklaces, do we? It's going to be a quick, put it on in the morning, get a glance here and there throughout the day when you get a little glimpse in the mirror. But I really want you to see what everyone else is going to see as far as that huge stone. I would say even that 1 carat 04 is tending to look a little bit larger there, probably because it's an elongated oval. You do have a chain here that is going to be 18 inches, but adjustable, so you can make it shorter. And that means not just, how we do chains adjustable, where it's like 1 inch increments. Well, this is adjustable where you can really fine tune it. So it's going to be adjustable where you can really make it like, 17 and an eighth, or you could make it 15 and 3/4. It's really about just sliding that bead to exactly the length you need. Sometimes that helps out a little bit. Let's take a look at it from the neckline perspective here, so you can get an idea of what that color is going to look like. It's just a really nice bright pop of green that I think is so really interesting and unique, and yet that's Savverite for you. If you get a good one, they are like nothing else. I mean, it really is. It's like what we joke that it's what emeralds want to be, but truth is, not most Savverites don't actually have all that bright a green color. They tend to be really dark, and so that can take away from their beauty, I think, because then they start to look less green. Here's what you really want as an ideal, and that's going to be 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. We'll take a look at it close up, and we'll make it a really affordable price tag on this very large 18 karat gold piece. Should have been $39.99. We got a much better price tag for you, as you are, I hope, excited to do some shopping. If I make you this promise, everything gonna be really cheap, okay? We're just gonna blow everything out. It's all we got to do. That's one thing that we know, is that, no matter what time of year it is, no matter who's watching or how many people, it's really true that you can't slip by a great value. Everyone notices that. When something's priced too cheap, you know it, and you take advantage of it. And with this price, that's great, but we're going to take it down to $9.99 and then still give you 10% off, so you save even more. So you've got a $9.99 deal, but it's $100 extra off. I know we can all think of something to do with $100 extra saved on beautiful jewelry as well. So you get the great jewelry and you get the savings, and that's how we roll around here. But remember, we don't just have 100 items that look like this. That's the one and only. That's the why you take advantage of it. So still have those turquoise hoops if you'd like them, by the way, in the yellow only. White gold is sold out. And then we do have the Mahenge value today. Do we ever have an incredible Mahenge opportunity? Hi, Kathy in New York. Thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you. You are very kind. We do have a really special Mahenge. It's a carat 32, so it's one of our larger ones left. And we do also have, well, the big Tanzanite, I already gave you a little sneak peek, the huge aqua, a butterfly ring, a big ruby, a 210 ruby is going to be here. I spent the whole day on the 210, and now we get another 210. We got a 210 ruby. That's even more luxury. So that'll be here. And let's move on. We got a lot more to show you. Look at this yellow diamond jewel ring. This is going to be, it feels a little bit floral. It's got 2 huge stones, and wait till you see it on the hand because it really does look like it's one fancy cut that you have, but it's also going to be these 2 marquise cuts brought together. So the way that they meet up in that amazing look there, this is going to be item number 1128749, and that is a stunner, isn't it? It's a really pretty way to go here. It's a carat 07 in marquise, and you've got this almost V shape. You see the band in platinum, how that comes down to that V shape with the 2 stones. So it creates a bit of, if you know our Wonder Ring, and listen, the Wonder Ring is world famous at this point. It's been imitated and duplicated 100 times over by folks outside of our world, and yet always beloved. Well, this kind of feels like that a bit because of the way the 2 stones are coming together. So it creates that little natural V shape, but it's still doing that with really impressive bigger stones. So that's really nice. 2 stones only. And that's really exceptional with a carat 07. I don't have the exact carat weight. I can estimate it best I can based on a visual ID, but you probably have close to, I would say probably a 70 pointer and a 30 pointer or so. I know. So in that range, think 70, 30, maybe 75, somewhere in that range, 75, 30, because it's that bigger marquise. So that's an important yellow diamond. Either way you look, they're both impressive. They're both quite large, and they're going to be stunning together in this ring when you see them from a distance on the hand. So we will go ahead and do that now. You got this great look, and of course 2 ways to wear it as well. So that's just one way, and then we'll show you the other as well so you can get an idea. And remember, we've got Imperial topaz coming up in a wheel of 4 here tonight. So there's going to be a big old discount on some Imperials coming your way. That's going to be one look at it. Here's the other way to go, and bear with me, that one is not my normal size, but I'm going to put it on anyways. Look how pretty that is. Kind of like it that way, and again, you see how that natural V is formed there, so you could stack and layer it with other pieces if you'd like to. And it is going to be, well, then I love $49.99. We're going to take that away, and 2 incredible natural yellows, and that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be a special one. It's a really beautiful, beautiful way to get 2 yellow diamonds. I mean, that's not like every other ring you see. We do a lot of bigger yellow diamonds, like 1 carats, but they're oftentimes in those, pretty traditional mountings. And this is just taking 2 very large stones and making it so unique on its own right here, and we will go ahead and make it even better than 4,000, 3,000, or 2. It is time to make your day and maybe make your whole jewelry collection here, because I bet you there's a lot of people watching right now that don't yet have a natural yellow diamond, let alone 2. We've got them here in 1 ring for you, and it will not be $2,000. We're going to do better than that, and here we go. I'll make that $14.99. Just do it. A quickie here to get you all set up with the best of the yellows. They're matched exactly. It's exactly the color you want. There's no brown, no green, no orangey quality to them. They are all there. So that's going to be, I mean, look at that, the brilliance of those shapes. I mean, we don't see a lot of marquise cuts either. So if you are a fan of the rare marquise, well, you got it there. And yet 2 together. So kind of nice, a little twin pairing there, and really beautiful, beautiful stones. And the matching, the platinum setting stays in platinum, but we'll size it for you. Just let me know if you would like to have that 1 ring. It is 1 in the world. It's the only one we've got, and that's the way to do it. And it's $13.49, remember, because if you take 10% off. Now, I did offer you yesterday, if anybody's not loving the final sale, because, not everybody does, I get that. So if that's something that deters you at all, remember, if you don't want to take the 10% off, you can have a full money back return privilege as well. So it's just up to you. If you love the sale price as it is on the air, like $14.99, you have the opportunity to return it. And if you would rather and just take the extra $150 off, then it'll be final sale, because this is what happens when you get deep discounts like this. When things start to get under cost, it's not really a way to run a business long term, right? Moving out jewelry where we're losing money on every single item, that's something that, it becomes a little dicey, where you're doing it to move inventory to make room for the new, which is exactly what this whole event's about. But again, if there's something you really want to have, I don't want you to be deterred from getting the piece of a lifetime. So just remember, if you want to take advantage of the sale price on the air, you're good to go, and then you've got that money back guarantee as well. So just something to think about, okay? And then we've got, okay, I've got to show you this. We've got a really, really beautiful ruby just for kicks here. It's my 2 carat 10. It's out of Burma. This is really what is so outstanding about what we do, is we can show you pieces that belong in museums. No question about it. Look at this. It is a stone. Now, I know my own mom owns this ring, not this exact ring. Of course, I did not take it out of her collection. She'd be very upset if I did. It's the one that I always ask her, are you at all tired of that ring yet? Because I'm really loving that Burma ruby. I mean, this is really the all-time best of best in Burma. No question about it. It is a huge 2 carat 10, which in and of own right. Tough to get any ruby that is chromium rich that's going to be over 2 carats in size. This did it. It's item number 5701. It's also in the signature mounting. Believe it or not, I've been offering this for as long as I've been doing this on TV. 25 years. This mounting has been around and ever so popular. Probably more popular now than it even was way back when I started so many years ago. And yet that is why back in 2004, my own mother bought this ring, this design at least, with a ruby that is a 2 carat. And I know what she paid back then, and that was 21 years ago. She paid over $5,000 back then. I wouldn't say her ruby is quite as clean. I do see it whenever I get to go visit about once a year. I get to see it, and let me tell you, because I like to refresh about, I see a lot of jewelry every day, and I go, oh, gosh, I forgot how beautiful that is. Honestly, this one, it looks like there's a light inside of it, glowing. It looks like, you know how when, it's very dark out and there's a little light off in the distance glowing. Maybe it's a street light, or maybe it's in your home, and maybe it's a little night light down the hall. It's that little bit of glow. It really looks like there is an inner spotlight in this stone here, if you look at that again. And it's our 210, so it's a nice big size, and it's going to be 18 karat solid gold with all the finishing as well that this great mounting delivers. I mean, look at that. And it's 18 karat, so we did upgrade the gold for you. You can see that there with the color. Yes. Oh, good. Was it Carolyn? Hi, Carolyn. Thank you so much. She got the 2 yellow diamond marquise cuts, and then we'll bring this back around and show you that pave on the side. But see how that spotlight? Look at that. It's not, there is no spotlight, just to be sure. I mean, look at that. There, you can see there's a under gallery and the gold. So there's nothing actually embedded or built in, but it does have some awesome clarity, which is what's giving that illusion of. So 18 karat gold, 210 in the ruby itself, 128 is the diamond weight here, and what a beautiful piece. And for that to be on a super, super sale discount, those are the kind of pieces that if there was an exception to the sale, it would be something like this. You would not see that discounted or reduced ever, because it's only tougher and tougher to get rubies, and let alone Burma, which is what we like to show you. There's a lot of Mozambique out there, which sometimes if you find a good Mozambique stone, sometimes they can look a little bit like Burma. It's just dependent on the quality of that Mozambique stone. But there's still nothing that really compares to the value of a Burma stone, and that's what we have here. So 210, 128, let me show it to you on, okay? We're gonna show you here, oh, what a ring. It's still gonna glow, even when it's on the hand. So it's got a backdrop, right? We're not just blasting light through it, because look, my hand, I may have pale skin, but my hand is still opaque. It is not translucent. My skin tone is, but not my actual hand. So when you see that, you see how beautifully bright and glowy it still is. That is a testament to that one-of-a-kind superstar quality. You're getting it here. It is going to be our most impressive ruby in the collection. Yes, I have larger, they're not as bright. Yes, I have smaller, they're not as bright. This is why this stone has kind of the holy grail, everything you want in one stone opportunity with lots of diamonds in what I can assure you is a mounting you will love forever. If you love it today, you're going to love it forever. 20 years from now, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. And even if you are like me and you tend to be a little bit fickle with your fashion or a little bit fickle with what you just love, and something doesn't usually hold your attention forever and ever and ever, this one will. This is a mounting that will. It just will. And it's again, when you've seen shoppers purchase this mounting over the years and laud it and praise it as a favorite, you know something really impressive is happening. So we'll take a look at it here, get you a great value, and let's send it out right now. First caller. I know it's a little early for museum, but is it really? Because when you've got one and a big value and everyone's soon to be fighting over it, we got to show these pieces real early. So it will not be, and look at this. This is a great value. $12,999 sale price. There's the ring. There's the price tag. It should be today. We're going to go a lot lower than that right now. It will not be $12,000, $10,000 even. Oh no, this is crazy. It's not even $89.99. This stays in yellow gold, by the way. We'll size it for you. Amazing glow. Watch it. It's just like, it's almost as if it's got the spotlight that follows it, kind of like what we see in phenomenal stones when you see a cat's eye and it moves with the light or the movement of the stone. This will not be $8,000. It won't be $7,000. This is the one you get. I don't have another 210 like this. I'm going to even come in closer. Look at all those diamonds. Every diamond in the ring, quite large, quite substantial, and we're going to make this even better than $7,000. What about $69.99? Do we have a deal? Well, for anybody who knows rubies that are $20,000 a carat and counting, and I've been using that price tag per carat for about 25 years. So needless to say, it's on the conservative side. 20,000 times 210, Yeah, and over $40,000 stone by itself, and then you're adding a very important mounting to the equation. We're going to do better than $6,000. It is $5,999. There is an extra. That's $600 extra off you're getting. $53.99 only. That's it. So one caller takes it. Who will it be? I don't know, but we are going to find a home for that one right now tonight. So the big value is right there. And sometimes, you know, you're saving more on the bigger pieces, but it's also, look where it started, $13,000 and then more than 50% off just to get it down to that price tag you see on the air. That extra $600 with our compliments. Go ahead and take that and take advantage of all the savings while this event is still going, because obviously not going to be much longer as far as this kind of savings that we're seeing on all of this really incredible. Some new, some just really brought out from the museum collection of the vaults, and you've got opportunities to save a bundle no matter what it is you're shopping for. So we're also going to get to another great pair of earrings that we have. We already had the turquoise hoops. Again, conch pearl, there's a new one. We have a huge oval. Wait a minute, look at this color. It's much brighter than what we've typically seen in our conch pearls. Check this out. This is the conch pearl with more red. Oh, look at the big diamonds as well. Marquise, rounds, some little beaded texture along the sides. It's got a little flair for the vintage, but we don't sell used jewelry. So it's just that styling we love. And it's item number 112875. Here's a new one. So this is a little bit of an unusual stone, and obviously not really a traditional pearl by any stretch of the imagination. They come from the Queen Conch sea snail shell, and it's really limited by nature. They are all out endangered. They are made organically, so that means made by a living organism. So it's a little different than something that's mined in the earth that then is excavated from that earth. This is different in the sense that it's actually made from a living organism, and that's what we mean by organic. Okay, so there's a really unique factor here that you're getting, but also keep in mind, it's a 1 carat 07. So it's really unusual to get anything in a conch pearl over a carat. That is usually where they start to get $10,000 plus on this air. We've also got the big diamonds, but 45 points altogether. So we total it all for you. That includes the rounds and the marquise that you have in all those assorted sizes, and it is set in platinum. So we have one only here. You're going to love it. But again, this price tag is not for long, because when it's gone, it's gone. I don't have another one that's priced this way. So that's why we're so excited it's here. Carat 07 in the size. And again, I know if you've been waiting, and there's a lot of people that hear conch pearl and suddenly just turn out because they go, I cannot afford those. Don't tempt me with something so rare. You know they tend to be $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 elsewhere for that kind of quality. That is not what I'm asking here. We're going to wow you. And here's what it looks like on the hand. Always for that size perspective first. Perfect size if you ask me. It's got, again, I think you could also do a little Wonder Ring pairing here if you wanted to with the chevron shapes that are automatically on the sides here. But you do have a carat 07, and it's got, you see it, it's more red than it is pink, which usually they do err on the lighter side, more white or pink or light seashell color. Remember, this is made from the nacre of the inside of that shell, so you know the shell itself has different tones of color, usually a bit lighter. That's why it's so rare to find one that's more red, and that's what that is. So if you're really, and again, we'll have that example because you're probably going, I don't know what shell she's referring to. Well, here it is, and then you'll say, as soon as you see it, go, oh yeah, I know that shell. That one, it's a beautiful shell, and it's very large. So to imagine that deep inside the shell, only about every 1 out of 10,000 of those shells will have an actual conch pearl inside. And so valuable and so rare that it is against the law, because remember they come out of the very, very exotic beaches here where it is against the law if you even touch one of the shells, if you were to find one. And they're pretty well mined through, if you will, or harvested, or let's just say they're pretty much extinct stones. And that's why it is so tough to find them. And that's why we've seen the prices excel over the last few years tremendously. Well, here's your way to get a huge hot top quality stone here with that gorgeous pinky red, and we're going to make it a lot better than even, okay, this is supposed to be interesting. It's supposed to be $59.99, which is what I got my ruby down to. Let's just take it from there, and that's outstanding. If you've seen some of our conch pearls in the past, you know that we're actually going to go less than $3,000, half off already, not $29.99, but actually going further discounted than that, and we'll just take it all the way down, $2,499 for a 107 conch pearl. that really elite quality out of everything we have. And we probably got about 15 of them in our collection. I would say there's a really, we've got probably more of them than anybody has to choose from, and yet very, very rare to see a carat plus and also that color. So you're getting really two anomalies together, and we're taking $250 off that price as well. So $22.50 will be your price tag at checkout, and then we'll move right along. I do have the new pink zircon ring. Do you want to see it? We had the pink zircon pendant earlier in the show. That was the first item. Look at that. That could be the most divine of our pinks. It looks a little bit like a red diamond. That's what red diamonds look like, by the way. If you've never seen a real one, like an actual natural one. I know there's all those treated, enhanced, irradiated types we see out there on other shows. Well, we've actually got a pink zircon that looks like the real deal red diamond. So that's gonna be coming up, not to mention blue zircon earrings are here, our conch pearl, we have our Mahenge, another one that's more pinky typically. And then I bring out the more red here, like this one. Look at that stone. That is the ultimate high-level Mahenge. And then we added rose gold and white gold together. And now you've got a big savings here. Look at that. We're going to have to zoom back for that marquise cut. 1122634 is your item number. It's going to be our 1 carat 32 marquise. And that would be a 116 diamond weight. And yes, it does stay with the rose gold and the white gold. But the rose gold is minimal, and it just goes right down the middle of that split style so that it looks a little bit like you have pink diamonds. It really, actually, those do look like pink diamonds. There's absolutely no reference here to pink diamonds, but yeah, you can see the pink to that color. So what a beautiful addition there, just to really again amp up the rarity, and huge diamond weight overall. A little bit of rose gold setting the stone, but that is one of those neon vibrant brights in pinky red. That's the beauty of neon. When you get those pinks, if they go hot pink, which is not what regular spinels do, but the Mahenges were known for, only out of Tanzania. That's where that mine is located. I should say was located, past tense, because there is no more. It was all mined out. This was a 2007 discovery, so it hasn't been around all that long, but it was very quickly. It wasn't long before it was gone because there wasn't a whole lot of rough. The actual mining was really one boulder. And you can't see the counter in front of me, but it goes from here to here. You can literally see where my hands are. So basically less than my wingspan here. That's how big our counter is. That's the table in front of me. And that entire, because we measured it one day, this was years back, we measured what the boulder that contained all the rough material, all the rough crystals, and it was literally about the size of this counter. So when you imagine, and inside of that rough rock was really teeny tiny crystals, which of course is the gem material. So then when you actually mine those crystals, that's when you facet. Essentially you're chipping away at those those crystals, and then you're creating a faceted stone, which is giving us the beauty this has, which is why it's such a big deal when you get a 1 carat plus. That's why. If you've ever wondered, gee, why does that 2 carat go for $20,000? And why does that 1.5 carat go for $15,000? It's because those crystals were so minuscule, they usually yielded a 2 or 3 point stone. Think about that, a 2 or 3 point, kind of like the diamonds that are in this ring. That was the more average size of what we would get out of the Mahenge material. So it's a whole different level when you're able to have, think of how big that rough had to be to have a 132 yield. In a marquise, no less. So that's what makes this one so cool and so rare. Let's take a look at it. It's going to be our 132 with the carat 16, and we've got a discount of a lifetime. And this one comes with a fully finished under gallery as well, so you can see the inside and how that's built. Also to peer in through, so you can see also the clarity of the stone. Here's what it looks like on the hand. It's a big one. It's definitely a bigger ring. That's no small little deal. That's got a big, big presence. And of course, the elongation, which is so lovely on your hand, really elongates the look. That's an illusion that's created when you have elongated stones, whether they be cushions, whether they be emerald cuts. And yes, a marquise, absolutely. And we will blow it out right now for better than $79.99. That's where it should be tonight. Sizzling summer savings sale event on a Thursday. Should be $79. Got to take it lower? You look to me for miracles in jewelry. I'm bringing that to you right now. This is a miracle value. There is nobody else who's going to offer Mahenges. Who else? Where do you even find them? You're going to walk into your store and say, where's your Mahenge section? Show me your spinel section. I mean, they're going to look at you and go, what is a spinel? Most retailers don't have spinels. It's a whole nother level of rare gem family. And then the Mahenge is the rarest of that group. The rarest. Because as usual, if you've got a stone family that produces a red, that is going to be the rarest. And that's what you have here, that hot pinky red that glows under lower light. If I were to block our lights here, you would see it glow even further. It would be even brighter, essentially, which is really what makes this so outstanding. And it's not going to be 79, 69, 59, 49, 39. We're going to make you a deal on everything you see tonight. Everything must go. The inventory is coming to a close here. So now we got to make sure the value gets even better for you, and we will blow it out for $2,999. That's all I can do, is just give it away and rely on you to take an extra $300 off to make it $26.99, and it will be all yours. Your new pride and joy of your gemstone and ring collection is right there. And if you've been waiting on one, you act now, because that's how you make it yours and get a heck of a value here on a Mahenge $26.99. We ready for earrings? I got a lot of pinks and reds today. We've got some beautiful, that zircon coming up at the top of the hour. Blue zircon earrings. The Tanzanite with the yellow diamonds is must see. Wait till you see what we're going to do on that one. The most pronounced, perfect yellow diamond setting, which I know we have this debate all the time. Does Tanzanite look better in yellow or white? Well, we know it is pretty much loved in either color. Here's how you get both. Add yellow diamonds to a, oh, and by the way, that's not the Mahenge reds reflecting through the stone. That's a stone doing its own neon, blue, purple, and red. And you better believe we got a better value than anybody on Tanzanite for the best quality, and we'll prove that to you once again tonight. So that's going to be here with those yellow diamonds on the sides. Hey, if you want a real high-end museum, look at this. 8 carats plus. Sometimes it's just fun to show pieces like this because I get to play museum curator, not just show host. Look at that. That is a Colombian emerald. It's over 8 carats. The buying guides tell you they only go up to 4. Can you imagine doubling that and then giving some extra credit and having it all one piece of Colombian material, which is the top source in the world when there are emeralds that come from all over. They really do. This is $79.23. Do not be intimidated by the fact sometimes you just got to bring out the best and show it to everybody. Sometimes it's a lot of fun to just show you the very best and then give that a great value as well. Value should not be limited to the $2,000 items. It shouldn't be limited to the classic diamond pieces. It should go with everything, and we are believers in that. No matter how rare or how high-end, it has got to be a powerful value, and you don't get a more powerful stone than this one right here. That is going to be, of course, chromium rich as well. So that's, again, when we talk about rubies, remember how we had the Burma for $210? Same coloring agent makes a ruby red as does makes an emerald green. Isn't that fascinating? Chromium doesn't just account for one color. So it's also the growth inhibitor that keeps those stones at bay as far as size. Well, that's why it's such a big deal to get an 8 carat 10 in an emerald. And we've got it. So that's it, just showing it. That's it. Just want to show you it's here. And here we go. Its sister, the aqua. The aqua. For those of you asking me, Sunday, was it Saturday or Sunday? We had the really big 14 carat sale. Here's my next best stone. 14 carats as well. 1401 this time around. Square cushion, and then the most divine, it's like a halo but better. Because you still have the classic halo, but then some extra diamonds on the sides and down the shoulders of the ring. So that's my big aqua. Okay, are we finding some interest already? Are we loving it? We've got the big emerald. We've got the big aqua. Look at this. Zircon. There's my, oh, look at that. It's got stuff all over it. Let me go ahead and polish that up. And then we can see a 14 karat 82 cushion cut pink zircon. Much better. So that's the smaller version is going to be coming up at the top of the hour. That cushion cut that I flashed, that's the smaller. Look at how pretty. Color is exactly the same. If you want to go the museum 14 karat route or this 3 carat plus that's coming up at the top of the hour, see those colors? Same stone, different sizes. I really like the square cushion cut too that we're going to have at the top of the hour because it looks like a round. It delivers all the fire and brilliance like a round does. And anyway, those are, so do you like my museum here? My museum has been open for business. Look at that. So huge stones, 8 carat emerald. And by the way, this is also fun to see because I'm always telling you, and you can, you know, a lot of you are going, yeah, you're just a salesperson. So you're going to say anything. No, I do not. I'm always telling you one thing. Emeralds, like a couple of stones, but emeralds are one of them that look so much bigger than they weigh. The emerald is 8 carats. It's sitting next to a 14 carat and a 14 carat. Does that look like it's half the size? I don't think so. Check that out. This is proof. When I tell you that emeralds look bigger than they weigh, that's the proof. Because that emerald looks just as large to me as this 14 karat aqua, which is the same, by the way, family of gems beryl. And it looks pretty darn similar to this 14 karat plus zircon. And so there is the proof that, again, just a little example of what I mean by emeralds look bigger than they weigh. That's an 8 karat stone on the left, paired up next to some 14 karaters, and I think we're seeing it look like a 14 karat. So really impressive. That's why that emerald is so luxury. And then, of course, we've got, you know, the Paraíba I flashed earlier, which is blue-green. This one's funny because this one's more than all the rest, pretty much. I mean, the Paraíba is very, very important. And then also, if you like a museum round Tanzanite, that's my favorito of the night. We do have the oval coming up with the yellow diamonds, but that's where we can get you a really, really good stacked 11 karat. And if you like any of these, please give me a call because you know I'm giving away jewelry. We had the most, they ran a little report yesterday at the show. I was here yesterday for 3 hours doing the same thing, giving jewelry away. Lost more money yesterday than we've ever lost in a show. So again, there's a lot of big values. That's the whole point of a sales show, by the way. That's the point. Just some days it gotta be a little more extreme. And look at that. That is Indicolite. So we have got some serious value here. Look at that. Pink. You got the blue of the Tanzanite. There's the aqua. Tell me we don't have pretty jewelry. It's all right, right? It's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Would you rate it out of, like on a scale of 1 to 10? What'd you say? We got a 2, a 3, maybe a 28? That's a really, really good wheel. So if anything of those 5 pieces catches your eye or is of interest to you, or you'd like to say, enough showing it to TVON shoppers, I want to have that at home in my own collection, you can call me and I'm going to make that happen for you, okay? So take a look at that one more time, okay? 5 great pieces to look at, lots of different colors. They're all just really super high-end, and that Indicolite is brand new. That's a 7 karat 20, by the way, in the Indicolite tourmaline. I've got some butterflies here, so if any of those are of interest, you know, call me. We'll give you a great price. We can even take some offers. I did that last night. That was fun. Look at the butterflies, cool abstract butterflies with baguettes and rounds together. We've got Alexandrite coming your way. We've got the big Imperial topaz. Look at that Alexandrite, a 51 pointer in a bridge setting style. Again, you're going to see this pink zircon coming up at the top of the hour, which is only about 14 minutes from now, so stick around for that. And then we'll get to our Imperial topaz below out. But again, aqua, zircon. This is my 8 karat 10 emerald out of Colombia. There's the major 11 karat pluser, and that is Indicolite tourmaline. I love that cluster of diamonds up top, azure bale. So, okay, we've already got some interest in this one. Let's talk about it quickly. Item number is 11288826, and that is, I'm just going to hold it from the other direction here since I am indeed right-handed. And you're probably going to say, no, that's the left side, honey. Well, it's backwards on TV. So it's a little easier for me to hold it this way, but you can see this gorgeous color and clarity. It's got this big cluster of a bale in diamonds. This is almost similar to what we saw in a pendant last night, but it's instead just acting as your bale. For your very large Indicolite comes with a chain in platinum. This is 11288826, and its platinum setting will come in a little closer and take a look at that 720 emerald cut Indicolite with 37 points in the diamonds. And is that one little inclusion there? Isn't that funny how we're not even used to seeing inclusions, or is it on top of the stone? Let me see if I can polish it or if that is internal. Tough to tell. Yeah, there's a little inclusion, 1. But you don't really see it. This is obviously a very up close and personal view. So that means we can give away the 7 karat 20. You get the chain with it, and let me know if any of those last pieces come of interest to you. We can always find a way to make it yours. We are definitely excited to remove some museum pieces from our collection, get them to you here tonight. So they will all be available for you. They're all going to be 10% off. Let's talk about this one and only true Indicolite here. I want to show it to you from a couple of different angles. First being against the hand. This is a smooth box link chain. It's going to have an 18-inch maximum length and adjustability for you. And then I'll give you a length here with the ruler, and then we'll try it on. Okay, so you can get, we've got 1 and 1 only. There it is at 1 1/4 inches top to bottom or so. We'll give you a look at it here on the neckline as well, so you can see how that's going to look from a distance away, how it's going to gleam and shine. So again, a beautiful natural stone out of the tourmaline family. One of the rare of the tourmalines out there, certainly, and of course that chain can go all the way as long as 18 inches. So you can shorten it as you like, adjust it as you wish, but remember that it's also going to be removed from that piece. You can use that chain with other things. I always like to point that out. Some chains are stuck with their piece and they got to stay right there. This is one you can use for other pendants you have as well, and we'll make it really affordable, under $59.99, going a lot lower on our Indicolite, and a true Honest to goodness Indicolite, you don't see that every day, that's for sure. And we're going to take it on lower than 5,000. 7 carats 20 Indicolite. Usually they go for a going rate in the wholesale world. They're usually about $3,600 a carat. Wholesale on a good stone. I mean, a really like a 2 carat, a 3 carat. This is obviously a major size at 7 carats plus. So that really takes you up a notch in the rarity level, certainly. And we're going to take it a lot lower than $59.99 or $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000. It's going to be $2,999 first caller on that one. That's going to be a quick one to go. It's so rare to see Indicolites here at all. So to have that one for you makes it even better. And now it's $26.99. So a big value there. And I think it's a really, really good piece when you want great color. And again, emerald cutting shows off that clarity so well. And we've got some earrings coming up. And did anybody like any of our museum assortment there? No questions on that? All right. So again, some pieces to consider here for you. We still have the Mahenge. If you'd rather have that, we will take requests. If you've got anything that you'd like to see on the show, happy to help you out. And if you're waiting for that top of the hour, you've got 10 minutes more to go till we bring out that pink zircon ring with the curb link design on the sides. And yeah, let me know if you like any of those big, I mean, it's a museum night. We've got a lot of museum pieces. I showed you most of the show there. The idea is to get all of them home. I just showed them all to you to see which one you like the best, and then we can go from there. Yellow diamond pendant will be here. It's kind of that ultimate collector's piece to kind of finish the suite. I know we start with rings typically. Well, a lot of you have a ring and have asked me lately, do you have any yellow diamond pendants? And the answer tonight is yes, and we're going to make one really affordable because the one I had over the weekend was still about $3,000. So the goal is to make a very large stone affordable for you if you're a yellow diamond collector. We've got a pendant, very rare to see, and then we've got our Imperial topaz wheel deal. It's going to be all of our big stones here with those pink, golden, orangey tones together. They're going to be all between a carat and a third on up to nearly 2. So really in a great size range for most everybody to enjoy. We'll bring those out as well. And then here's one pair of earrings. Just one. Take a look at this. This is going to be our fabulous Zambaran Garnet. This is a drop, so I know for the stud girls out there, I'd really consider if you're looking for something in a stud, we'll probably have to wait for another day, but this is going to have that elongation, that drop with the diamonds. These are always a tricky one. One always sits properly and the other never likes to. So here's the trillion at the base of the earring, and then it's like this super elongated diamond pave diamond shape you have. They are going to stay in the rose gold, and you have this Zambaran Garnet. That is the color shifting garnet. For those of you going, I don't know, that looks a lot like a sapphire. It does. It's a garnet that's giving you reds, purples, and pinks, and as they move, it's kind of like a color change, but not exactly. It's not full-on phenomenal property, but we call it a color shift because what it does is it ends up giving you all different colors without having to change the light source. Because how often are you going from a fluorescent light source to an incandescent light source? Going into solid candlelight is not something we do on a daily basis. So seeing the color change, I'll admit, on a color changing gem can be rather difficult and rather fleeting. You'll see it maybe once in a lifetime. Or if you, what a lot of people do is they invest in a pen light that gives it nothing but UV light. Or if you're at the nail salon getting gel nails, that'll work too, okay? You can see your color change that way. That's how I do it. So anyway, spend a lot more time there than I do in candlelight. But I will say 111-1249 is your item number here. This is a one pair only. It's a rose gold situation. The Zambarans are at the base, so that's your trillion cut at the base, and you've got that really good match. And then of course what they'll do is even as you move from one light to another, they're going to shift in color. Yeah. Thank you. Our Indicolite pendant and chain is gone. Congratulations. And now we're getting the rose gold earrings out the door. Leave her back up top. I'm going to show you the link that they give. Just one pair here, and that'll be that. And rose gold, 26 points is the diamond weight. Do enjoy how the trillion, well, you'll see this better when they're from a distance here. The trillion is going to be set where the tip of the diamonds meets up with the one flat side of the trillion. So it's actually going to be, think of it as an arrow pointing downward. So that's going to be a unique look too, because you see it's always going to sit upright and properly, sit out to the world. We'll show one on after I give you the length here, which will verify that's an 1.5 inches, should be here. And then we've got the rose gold, which is an outstanding color backdrop for this really good look. And of course, yeah, I would say actually, this is why I double check it. I would say you're at an 1.75 inches really from start to finish, top to bottom. I'll pop one on, that'll give you a better look at what they look like. They are gonna stay in the rose. There's obviously no sizing needed. It is an earring, so you do need to have your ears pierced. It is a lever back, so it's gonna have that post It's like a hook style post that goes right in, and then it's got the hinge in the back that's going to align with the back of the earring just so they stay super secure. That's what they look like from a distance, and we're gonna make, let's just go ahead and send them out. First caller was going to do $9.99. Let's reward everybody. We got the last few minutes of this hour, and then our big pink zircon special comes out to play, that gorgeous cushion cut. I'm going to make this even better than $9.99 for a specialty earring, no doubt. Carat 60, that means 80 points in each of those trillions. You've got 26 points in the diamonds draping from the lever back as well. And we're going to make them better than $888. Call me early. They will go. They're not $777. This is a huge value, very special stone. It's kind of like that jewel tone that, because of its color shifting property, goes with everything. You're seeing pinks and purples and blues and reds. It really is all of those colors and above, and then you get that purple as well. Let's go back to the up close and make it even better. How about $699? They just got to stay in the rose gold, but that is one pair only, and they will go. No question, $629 for Zambaran Garnet Trillion earrings. We've had so many cool trillions of late, haven't we? It's been exciting to see some rare trillion cuts that really just deliver in excellence in cutting. Not always easy to do, otherwise we'd see them more often, that's the truth. But here they are in a fantastic opportunity and major value. So let me know if you'd like to get those at $629 and change, and then we will carry it forward. We've got our big top of the hour just about 4.5 minutes from right now. Don't forget about the butterfly. Now, I also need requests, because I've shown you a lot. They don't give me a ton of jewelry in the sales show because we always think you're going to have a lot of pieces you'd like to request. So we really are relying on you to talk to us and call us and let us know what you're thinking about or what you'd like to see on the program tonight. Only have 2 hours left to show you great jewelry here. Sale coming to an end probably, it looks like, this weekend. So not a lot longer to go here with this big summer sale, and the 10% coming your way as well, which is awfully nice. Now somebody's got to pick up that ruby and that Mahenge. It's as simple as that. Those are pieces that need to go. Remember, we also had the pink zircon pendant at the beginning of the show, and a Savverite. They're still here, and our Conch pearl. That Conch pearl is really good. That Conch pearl for that price, remember we got down under $2,500 for a 1 carat plus in a rare of the rare Conch pearl. So that's something to definitely grab before somebody else does. And I'm just going to show this. This is my absolute best in Tanzanite. I showed it earlier. A little shocked. Nobody said, give me that ring. Because that's what I'd be saying. I don't get to shop from home like you guys do, but wow, is that a piece I'd be saying, okay, that's my ring. Sometimes price has to go out the window, and you just have to say, whatever that is, I need to have it, because that's usually the emotional reaction we have to jewelry we love, is that immediate. It shouldn't, again, it's kind of purposeless to have a host up here telling you what you like, because again, I don't know what you like, you know what you like. And when you see it, you know it. And jewelry is very emotional and reactive that way. You know, it's a visceral reaction you have to jewelry you love. There's just no doubt about it. And if someone, I always say this, it's an anti-sell, but I do say all the time, if you need someone to talk you into a piece of jewelry, that is not the piece of jewelry for you. You should immediately know it when you see it. And with these types of pieces, I know the issue is more greater than that. It's probably, yeah, that happens with every piece I see. No, or at least probably a good portion where you're going, yeah, that's the problem. I fall in love with all the jewelry I see and I can't own it all. Well, if Tanzanite is what you're looking for, let me remind everybody that we're in our last few days of having Blue Wing Block Day. It is not going to last the year of 2025, and that year is nearing its end. And so this will not be here till the end of the year. And we've got this 11 karat dynamo. It is 1128233. It's our 1163 round. It's got all the fantastic reds you could ever want, but it's in a Portuguese cut. So what you're also going to get delivered here is a sparkle and a fire you would not find with anything else. It's 11 karat 63 in size. It's got 66 points in the diamond weight that are all huge princess cuts. There are 6 of them, so it's 11 points each. And it's 8233. And I'll just let it spin. Call me if you're intrigued. One thing we can do is bring you a quality nobody else has. You know, you guys know, you can tell the difference between good quality and not so good quality. And it is about color. I always say we learned colors a long time ago. You probably learned in preschool or kindergarten or wherever you first started to get to know colors. We've known colors for a long time. So it makes it very easy to respect what color, and that really is the foundation of how much quality you have in a Tanzanite is right here. So we're awfully proud to bring this. Unlike other places that may have just a small bit of diamond accents with a Tanzanite, we are bringing you the ultimate high-level individual stones. They are 11 points each. They are princess cuts. They are all semi-bezel set on the sides to give it just what it needs. Not to take anything away from the stone. Obviously, this is an impressive, important, and really well-cut stone. The Portuguese cuts are second to none. There's a glittering factor about them. There's a beautiful way that the different trichroic colors will dance within the stone as well. But it really is just the ultimate. And to get those bigger diamonds that are still VS diamonds is really impressive. 11 points each, 66 points total. Here's what it looks like. We can change it to yellow gold if you'd like. And it's got this enormous size to it. And you've got, again, the sizing option, the gold color option, and a better price than $18,999. Isn't it worth a little bit more than certainly if you're seeing regular stones out there and they're not regarded as blue wing block D? They are going to be a lighter color, which usually translates to more of a violet or a lighter lavender color. Certainly when you get more blues with the Tanzanite, that's indicative of the stronger saturated levels. The more neon, when you get those ultimate blues, you have that here. It's more blue than it is purple, and that's really the question I want you to ask yourself when you see stones out and about here or anywhere else. Is it blue or is it purple? Is it then giving any red? Because I know it's always tougher to pick up in these lights here of TV, but the reds that come through are so powerful. And as we are at the top of the hour, welcome in everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. It's a Thursday night. I'm so glad you're joining me and spending a little bit of time with me tonight. It means a lot to us here at TVON. So hopefully you found something to intrigue you and maybe add potentially to your jewelry collection. Well, this is the day to do it. This is the sale event to do it. It's the highest end discounting we do. It is the ultimate high level discount. It is $18,999 or better. I'm actually going to take this quite a bit lower if you'd like to have this round, and then we are going to get to my pink zircon top of the hour that is on the way next. But first things first, this one's got to go, and here we are trying to make a value happen better than even $89.99. This is really, really important. So it is time to dial. Are you ready for it? I hope so. I hope so. This is really outstanding. It's not going to be 89, 79. I'm blowing it out right now. This is one of the ways you're going to get the huge savings in addition because you've got your 10% off. It will be $69.99. You've got $700 coming off that price. So you get it for $62.99 instead, which brings this down. If you're not including the impressive gold weight and the diamonds, that's like $540 a carat on a gigantuous round. Huge round, amazing cutting of the Portuguese cut round. Our zircon is next as our top of the hour. Can't wait to show it to you. It was that one with the same color we were comparing to in a 14 karat earlier. And we have still yellow diamond pendant to come. We have our amazing Tanzanite oval. So if you want smaller, we've got it. And then we are going to bring you Alexandrite blue zircons and Paraíba all in to show. All that I mentioned, very, very affordable coming your way as well. But let's get to our pink zircon top of the hour. It is here, and is it ever special? A brand new piece right now, and in something near and dear to my heart, because it's the design I love too. It's a beautiful cushion cut square, but it's also got the curb link. We have injected a little bit of high style to this very simple classic band. So simple and classic does not need to mean boring. Isn't that the truth, right? Those are the little additional details. By having a band, that could have just as plain as been a little basic band with no diamonds whatsoever. It just wouldn't probably pay enough respect to that center stone. So what we do instead is have that cushion cut square that looks like a round because of that. Again, the placement of the prongs really plays a trick of the eye where it just looks like a round more or less, but it's got that cushion cut square. So again, the illusion of a round, what it is bringing is the brilliance of that zircon. You take that cutting with the double refraction of the stone that the stone naturally gives, and you've got a winner. It is bright and powerful, and again, welcome in. You're saving 10% on everything tonight, so I hope you'll find something you love. We have Imperial topaz to blow out, a Tanzanite with massive yellow diamonds. We've got a Paraíba 3-stone ring that is affordable, and we also have Alexandrite blue zircon earrings. You name it, we've got it. A yellow diamond pendant is here with a round stone. So a lot of things in this show tonight you don't normally see in other shows, and we're going to show you 1128-477 right now. Take a look at this. this. It is going to be our pink zircon with the red, purple, and the hot pinks. It's going to be our 339, so it's a great big size. And it does have 27 points in the diamonds, which are in that curved link that interlock on the sides. How cool is this? I mean, this is really the must-have. And we're going to do white, yellow, rose for you as well. Because I know sometimes during these sale events, you're going, I don't know, I'm always having to keep it in the gold color it's in, and that's not always the gold color I love. Well, here's what I want to do. I'm going to give you our top of the hour in whatever gold color you prefer. You get the curved link on the side. You see how it interlocks there. On the sides, 3 is a magic number, so you've got the 3 on each side there. Here's what it looks like on, and we're going to have some serious discounting going on. This is that stone that was discovered in 2020. Most gems have been around a lot longer than we have. We were all here in 2020. We were here. We know that this stone does not look like around when you see it. It's amazing. It really does. It's a beautiful, glowing, bright, vibrant. You take all those different colors. It reminds me a little bit of that color shifting garnet where you're seeing reds, pinks, purples, blues, and it just depends on the moment, the glimpse of how it moves, what direction it's in, the light, how it hits it, and you see these amazing, amazing colors coming from this stone. But it's a huge size. Do you know they're mined out? 2020. We're in 2025. January 2020, these were discovered. And we got every last stone, mostly on an individual basis, by the way. They were delivered in boxes individually because that's how committed we worked with the miners. We had a direct connect to the miners as one would be mined. We got it cut right away, and it was shipped directly to us, set into jewelry, and sold that next day. It was one of those things, it was a bit of a, kind of you could call it like a cult following that everybody at TVON seemed to be really enamored with. And we know zircon's in the blues and the greens, the yellows and the clear. This is that pinky red that is just really, really limited by nature. Of course, all mined out now today. And you got a chance to pick it up here with that really high style, subtle curve link, just again, little extra just to add a little, you know, panache to the design itself. But we're going to make this really exciting. A $3,299 piece, coming down a lot lower than that, certainly is. And for everybody who missed out on the Indicolite pendant, I will show you something similar coming your way. But let's make this easy right now. How about with the 339, we got to remember, this is not a 1 carat or 2 carat, it's a 339, so it's a big gem. Any gold you want, please don't tell me later, I wish it was in yellow gold. I will do that for you. So there's no worries there. I'm just having to give that an extra scrub. There was still a little water spot on it, so I really don't want you to think that's inclusions or anything like that, because it's not. And here's what I'll do. Let's go put it on the auction block. Get this big top of the hour started right. Send it on right now. I was going to do, well, forget about 3,000. That's not going to work. We need a bigger discount. You guys, isn't that funny? I could give you a $300 discount and give you 10% off, and you'd say, that's not a discount. Oh, and rare extinct stones are here at a price tag like that. That's a pretty important discount. But we have such a different expectation, and I really do believe that as sales wear on for months and months and months, I believe it is one of those things that gets a little bit, we get a little jaded. Naturally, it's just human nature to do because we're seeing every day, day in and day out, item after item after item, we're seeing discounted. So it's hard to really get a grip on what these prices really should be, isn't it? And that just, again, that makes sense. We get all accustomed to a new way of life, essentially, with these discounts. And we kind of have to really bring ourselves back to realize this is gold. These are VS diamonds. This should not be a $32.99 price. That is a sale on its own. We're just making it a lot better here tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look, and we're going to make this better than $3,000 to start, or even $25,000. How about $2,000 to get this? You know what? Skip that. $1,500. $1,500 to open it up. Any gold you want. Karen, we've got your Indicolite coming up. I'll give it a flash. We'll see if you like it. And it is one just, I do have the pendant here, no chain on this one, just the pendant, but look at that radiant. That's a little different than the last. It's got those extra scissor facets, so it really lights up. And how about a stack of princess cuts with it? So we'll show that next. But 15, no open. All right. Well, let's do this. Top of the hour's here. I know we don't really get busy till the last hour of the show, but that just means we get to do extra special discounting right now, to make sure that we can make all this time that we have right now, you and me, count. Instead of 15 or 14 or 13 or 12, we're not even asking $1,100. There would be an extra discount coming your way as well, 10% off everything. That includes the auctions. I'm going to start at $1,000 only. $1,000. on a mega zircon. This is not the smaller sizes we've been seeing of late. This is a huge size at that $339. Let's take a look at it, and then we'll see how 60 seconds rocks and see if we can get that started and get it going. Looking for a lot of participation here tonight on that pink zircon ring. And we do have incredible Indicolite. Then, of course, all those museum pieces, we will rely on you to let us know if you want to see any of those museum pieces that we had earlier in depth. We'll be happy to show those to you and give you that great, great value. But here we are looking for $1,000. Don't have it yet, but that's going to be, again, the ball's in your court. It's a huge savings right now, $2,300 savings. Let me also remind you that $1,000 with a 10% off would be $900 after your discount. So that is also making that very important. And then we've got our Indicolite. Thanks, Karen. Did she miss out on the other? Okay, so Karen, this is a pretty close size. I mean, you do have the last one, remind you, was 7 carats. We're going to bring you an 8 carat plus. It is the radiant cut instead of the traditional emerald cut. So you get a lot of extra, look at that faceting. And I don't have a chain with this one, but certainly if you need one, we can obviously get you one. But I do want to show you this, 1125480, and it's got the same color. Very large here on the size. The size again is larger. It's going to be an 828 radiant this time around, and it is item number 5480. So it's going to have this great radiant cutting elongated on that one. You've got the princess cuts 3 times over. It is 20 points in princess cut diamonds set east to west. And that's going to look like this from a distance away. Got to show it to you here on the hand so we can see the length that's going to provide. You can see that one there. Look at that flash. That is some powerful color coming off of that Indicolite center. And that's going to be a length of, I think it's going to be over an inch. Yeah, right there at an inch, okay? 1 inch top to bottom. That bail is going to be where the diamonds are at. Take a look at this from a distance away as well. Always like to give you all the looks so you know exactly what to expect, but you can see the power is really the further away you get. I could go further and further and further and further, and yet that becomes out of focus, but I want you to just see the size. I mean, it's a major piece, and yet you see those flashes that are happening not as a function of our, special types of lights, not at all. We don't have special lights, we just have regular light. So you can see there's just a really beautiful look, the way that that shimmers thanks to that great, what we call radiant faceting, when you see almost like those subtle crisscrosses, okay? Back to the wheel we'll go, show it to you here, give you great value on that one. It's got to go, and that's clean. And look at that on the inside. We don't want to take away from the clarity, so it's a nice little basket work behind it, sets it up and elevates it off the neckline a bit, gives it a lot of light coming in from the side angle and from every which way. And oh, well, that's a problem because it's bigger, I guess, and it's got the big fancy princess cuts. It's $79.99. Karen, I got you covered. I know we did on the last one. We're going to go ahead and make a price tag. Wow you. I think it did on the last. That's why she liked it. Let's make this even more affordable than $79.99. Same price. I'll honor the price that was on the 7 carat 20. You get 1 carat larger. You get a little extra fancy faceting. And it's the same price, which is $2,999, which then takes the $300 extra off. So that'll be $26.99 as well. So that is a quick one only there. And for the first caller who says, yes, please. And then we'll see who's got it, because obviously a really specialty stone. Now, again, if you need a chain, you probably have some kind of white metal chain, a sterling, platinum, or a gold chain you like to use. If not, we do offer chains. So you'll have to check. I know the price tags change every day, so I'm not sure what the prices are today on our gold chains, but we've got beautiful link chains for you, and this one is sold. Congratulations. And you know what? If you're thinking about that pink zircon, let me just show this real quick here. That's going to be just a really special look with the curved link. I'll tell you what, we'll go back. I know we had to leave it shortly to get to that request, but 8477 is back, and it's the 339, and with that curved link design on the sides done in diamonds, and beautifully done in diamonds, I must say. We're going to make this one $9.99. Send it out just real quick, 60 seconds. I'll honor it. 60 seconds, because we got a lot of big specials here, including our Imperial topaz wheel coming up, and our big Tanzanite deal as well. A very large 4 carat Tanzanite is going to be priced like never before, and it's got massive yellow diamonds as an upgrade with it. That's going to be exciting. Maybe I put together the biggest price reduction on per carats we've ever seen in Tanzanite tonight. We could do that too. We're setting new records every day. All right, $9.99, that's here. 30 seconds to go. 30 seconds. Somebody's got to call me on that 8-carat 10 emerald too. That's the one that should go tonight as well. Quick look at that 810 on the hand. Wow, that's a nice perspective. Tell me that's not going to get some looks. Some major head turning. That just is, I'm amazed. I mean, again, I get to try on a lot of great jewelry for a living, but that is exceedingly rare. So my Imperials, they're really special. This one, nobody wants. That's fine. That's cool. I'll keep it. We can melt it. Anything that's here at the end of the day gets melted. So it's a great way to kind of keep things fresh and keep things updated and get you those big values going forward, even as we create brand new jewelry for you. Isn't that exciting? So that you don't have to pay, because, you know, gold's going a little nuts. So we don't want to have you pay those prices. Otherwise, the price tags you're used to here are going to go up by like 7-8 times. So we don't want to do that. We like to keep our values. If we wanted to price things that way, we'd send you off to another place to shop, right? There's a lot of places to go spend a lot of money on this jewelry. We want to make everything affordable as possible. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being with us. It's Thursday night. We're live. That is why I'd like your calls. If you have anything you're looking to see, something perhaps you've missed out on in the last couple days, weeks, months here of this event going on, we'd love to hear from you, because you do have a last call to save 10%. I know we're going to miss that when it's gone. We always want the things we can't have, and we always want the pieces that after they're back at full price. So I really want to emphasize two things, is that not only does the discount go away shortly, but also the pieces will not be here. That's the bigger issue, is that I know there's a lot of people willing to spend more on jewelry of this quality when we get everyone kind of hanging out with us as fall approaches. The difference is this: these pieces don't just go back in an inventory in some kind of system, they actually get melted down. So there's one last chance to get everything as we show it during the finale of this event. So I really want to encourage you to think about that from that perspective, is that even if you're willing to pay a higher price, that's one thing, but again, going forward, we can't bring the pieces back out. That's the bigger issue here. So the pieces really go away. So I really want to emphasize what you want to request is anything you can't stop thinking about, anything you want to see from the inventory that let's say you saw it a year ago and you want to ask about it, it may be here. We've got an Imperial topaz blowout. This is one of those misunderstood stones, which I love to educate. It's my favorite thing. All I wanted to do when I was a kid was be a teacher. And so now I just get to teach on TV. And I think that's really cool, because if you're into gemstones, not everybody is, but if you're into jewelry and gems, you get to learn a little something as you watch the show and as you look at pretty things. And that's really what's exciting about this, because we do bring you stones that are on a more exquisite, rare level than what you mostly find out and about. And that's a big deal. Well, this stone is one of the more tough to wrap our heads around, because it sounds like something that is also can be very affordable. It's topaz, which is a huge issue, because it is part of that family, but it's not like all those coated, treated, enhanced stones that you see that we probably own. Listen, I know that not all topaz are inexpensive. I have bought a blue topaz long before I was in the business. This is shameful, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll do Little Confession 101. I bought an emerald cut London blue topaz many years ago. I was in a different industry then, and I was still in school, and I was in the sports industry, and I just fell in love with this ring. And I spent, this was back in like the late 90s, okay? So I was really young. And I was still actually, I guess I was out of my teen years, but only by 1 year. I was 20 years old. And I bought a blue topaz in gold, and I still have it, still wear it, so, you know, it's okay. But I spent over $8,000 on that blue topaz. It's big, but that was a London blue topaz. So let me put it this way. It's a stone that I could sell to you right now. If I had an 8-carat London blue topaz at TVON, I'd sell it for about $7.99. Okay? Same ring. Spent over $8,000 for that thing. That's for a more routine topaz. You probably have one. I know I have one. And they can be very expensive when you get good quality. But there's other topaz out there that are treated and enhanced. Some are just downright coated. They've got like a film over them where literally, like, if it touches your desk once, it's like off. This is really different. So for anybody who's going, I hear topaz and I think of those topaz. You need to think outside the box here, and let's go to a place in Brazil, in a remote location. It's called the Ouro Preto mine. It's not too far from Minas Gerais, which is where some of the best stones in the world come from. And that's where this stone, the only place that this stone has ever been found, mined, and brought out. The only place. Think about the world as a big place. This is the only place you can get this natural. There is no treatment. You have to hear me out on this. No treatment at all. Doesn't just mean no coating, no heating. It means no treatment whatsoever. So even the standard treatments like heat that almost every stone in the world gets, this does not. And yet you're going to see these amazing saturated levels, and we only bring the my spino to you There's no yellow topaz here. Watch this. This is a wheel of 4. There's going to be everything from more golden variety because, listen, everybody's got their own taste. Everyone's got their own personal preference. Let me show you 4 of our best. What I can guarantee you, though, is great quality, great saturation all throughout the 4 options. And they're all going to be well over a carat, some close to 2. Here's the, oh, look at how soft it gets with the pink and the white instead of the yellow and the white. Look at how pretty that is. A little more pink in that cushion cut elongated. Then we go to, whoa, the most pink of all. That's practically like a pinky purple fuchsia. That's still the same stone, still unheated, untreated. And then we have the ultimate, the round. Look at this round, and it looks like a perfect padparasha. It is literally pink and orange together so that it's got that peachy. I really put the pink and orange here on the sides, left and right. The really true pure pink is in the middle, center, back, and then of course you've got more of that really bright orange. There's still a little bit of a pinky element, but it's got a little more golden orange to it in the front center, which is why we popped in those yellow diamonds for a little bit of that citrusy bright contrast. And you've got all 4. These are all pieces that I do need to. Now, some of you may remember these. Maybe they're on your spreadsheet of what you've thought about or you've considered, and you might remember them. I love this value. I'm so excited for this. I love giving away jewelry. It's clearly my favorite thing to do, is give away jewelry, watch everybody just get excited for things that should never be priced this way, and they are so amazing. We've got all 1 carat plusers. Do you know these start at $79.99 on our air? They've all been presented before in the past. They're all, actually a couple of times, looks like most of them have been presented 2 or 3 times. There comes a point in time, this semi-annual summer clearance sale, where everything must go. You need to hear me out on this because we told you that everything gets melted down if it stays past this sale price. Now is your chance to not only pick up the great pieces, but also get incredible discounts, not just another incremental discount, but the price tag that is so extreme that it's got to get out the door. It is really that simple. If you have any interest in any one of those 4, please dial now. Please don't wait till you see the price and then mull it over and then think about it and go, okay, now I'm going to dial, because by then it's far too late. Here's your chance right now to pick these up. Let's take a look at what we have here. And we've got all of these incredible pieces here. Now, again, which one do you like? Honestly, you could probably get 3 out of the 4 and have the entire collection of the different premium colors of my spinel. That's the other thing. They are my spinel, which in Portuguese translates to the best. It really literally translates to the most fine, but of course the proper way to say that would be the best in the world. That's what you have here, and they are a long, long way away from $79.99 tonight. So get ready. Now let me walk you through carat weights because we have the cushion cut 132. That has 34 points in yellow, 67 points in the white. So you are going to get over a carat in diamonds there in the bridge. Then we go to the cushion cut, the elongated cushion. That's a 183. That'll be the largest of all 4 stones. That does have pink diamonds and white diamonds together. 27 on the pink, white diamonds at 74. Wow, again, nearing a carat in diamonds. Then let's go over here. The round, the one and only, the carat 26 with 14 points in also pink diamonds, and the 50 points in the white diamond double halo. Another great way to get like that padparasha-esque. If you have wanted to own a padparasha, let me give you a tip. Get this instead. It's even more rare. It's even more rare to get those pink and orange golden colors together, but in an all-natural topaz. Now, this one, let me just give you my advice here. If we have a collector out there, that pink in the back is going to go first. It's going to go first. By far the most rare color up there is the 128 oval in the back. That's right there. It also has pink and white diamonds, and it's 27 points in the pink, 77 in the white. Let me just say something here. It says something to us all that these are not just pieces set with white diamonds. They don't just have white diamond accents. They have a combination of either pink and white or yellow and white. That is not something that was necessary. You could have left it with just the regular standard white diamond accents. The fact we didn't, the fact we upgraded to give you fancy diamonds around every single one in addition to VS white diamonds tells you a lot about the prestige level, the quality level, the amazing quality of this stone all the way through. They are the best of the best. Now, all you need to do is dial in. If you don't love the price, then I'm never going to have an Imperial Topaz value for you. That's as simple as I can make it, because that's how extreme and how drastic these have been reduced here tonight, and they will all go Mark my words, they will all be gone. They stay as is in the gold colors they're in because it's a combination of rose and white or yellow and white, but we're still going to size them for you. And they're going to ship to your home for free. And they're going to be one of your new favorite rings, I promise you that, but they are going to fly because they are not going to be anywhere near $79.99. This is an exquisite value. They have got to go and they will. And let me just tell you, if you are not sure where to go, you cannot go wrong. If you pick one tonight, you win. If you select one of those four, you are a collector instantaneously. And all you need to do is choose one. And you can't go wrong. If your first choice goes, get your second choice. Make sure you get something off this wheel. This is one of the rarest stones in the world. They've been owned by Hollywood actresses and auctioned off as part of, because they were worn by a Hollywood actress for one point. She couldn't even buy them or own them because she couldn't afford them. She was up for an Academy Award, wore them to the show, and then they were auctioned off. It was years and years ago, and the amounts of money, the dollar amount that was fetched for those earrings was like just otherworldly. Here's what you need to do. You need to get one great stone. We're going to blow out these prices, and I got nobody on the phone lines yet. That's okay. But there's going to be a real run for your money here on this value. It's just, again, if you take it down without the stone is the really valuable part here, but if you were to take the center stones out and toss them into the ocean, you've still got a mounting that's worth more than I will price them at tonight. That is my promise to you. That is my vow. It is just making jewelry as practically free as possible because there are free elements that you're getting. It's really that simple. If you think you're paying for the ring, you're not. You're paying for an aspect of the ring, probably just about the labor in the gold and all the diamonds in it and all that center stone really free. Take a look at what we have here. Not going to be $79, $69, $59, $49. A really important value is taking place, and the lines will be absolutely nuts because you don't see some of the rarest material in the world ever go down this low, but we are going to do that now, and we are going to make you very happy, and we're going to get you, of course, the biggest value you've ever seen. And remember, I've got all the carat weights again, but that's the biggest over there. That's the 183, followed by that bridge in the middle. That's the 132. Then you've got the 128 in the oval right back here and the 126 in the round. You pick which one you like. They're not 49, 39. At this point, right now, at this point, we are half already and still not a caller. We got a powwow. We really got to talk this thing over. Okay, I'm not really sitting. But that felt good, though. It just sometimes feels good to take a different position. They're not going to be $39.99. Call me early. Call me. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing that balance challenge you're seeing all over social right now, where you see these women and they're in like stiletto heels and they're balancing like this on like a stack of Coke cans. Anyway, I don't think I'll be trying that. No, I'd like to have my ankles intact so I can stand here and talk to you. We're not going to do $39.99. Call me. They're not $39. They're not $29. They're not even $2,500. This is a giveaway on one of the rare stones. Now, if nothing more, the mine owner who has mined these for years and years, he's lovely. His family is lovely. I've worked with his family. I've been so blessed to work with some of the best gem people in the world. And I do consider them probably like the best family in the gem world altogether. They've mined the best Paraibas. They have mined the best Imperial topaz. They've been principal owners of the mine for many, many years. Honestly, if nothing more, and I always, we're still in touch to these days, and I got to say, he's always saying, how are the Imperials doing? And it's understood that these have been a misunderstood stone across the years, but it really is, by those elite gem collectors, it is well known to be one of the coolest, and I wish I had a dozen of each. I have one of each. Let's take a look at your favorite here. It's not going to be even 25, yeah. You can say, also, by the way, you can say sold in advance. Is that the really bright, bright pink they're loving? Of course it is. And that's going to be a number. That'll be the 3557, carat 28. That's a pure pink. Pure pinky hot pink right there with pink and white diamonds as well. None are going to be $25.99. Yes. This one should be already gone. The round going on the hand here, leave it right there. We'll stay right here for a moment. Pop on the round. There you go with the round. Those are almost identical sizes, by the way. There are only 2 points difference between the oval pink and the round, carat 26 and 128 in the pink. And we're going to do even better than even 25 or 24 or even, oh goodness, this is getting crazy. And 10% extra off. Oh my gosh, if you haven't, listen, if I don't have one for you on this wheel, I'll never have one for you. I will never have one of high quality, best value ever that will satisfy my collectors. This is the moment. This is the time. They are not 24. Let me go even lower for you. When I tell you jewelry during this event is practically free, this is what I'm talking about. It's right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is not normal. $24.99. These are called the dog days of summer. I've been doing this 25 years. These couple weeks of August here before people get back to normal life with the kids back in school and everything, and vacation's over and the cruise has been had and the family has left town because everyone's gone. This is the craziest time for values because I am making up for the lack of viewership with even better values than you are accustomed to seeing. We have the best values on planet Earth in jewelry. We do. We do. Tell me I'm wrong, please. Because if you know of somebody who has a better value in jewelry, I need to shop there as well. I really do. Take a look at this. They're not going to be 24 or 23 or 22. Operators, whenever you know which one, tell me left, right, front, back, whatever you want. But they're not 22 or 21 or 2,099, and there's 10% extra happening off that price, and I'll make it even better. And the oval's gone. Of course it is. Told you that'd be the first to go. 3557 is gone. Let me know they all stay as is in the gold colors they're in. Look at that Padbarasha look you're getting with Imperials. That's because it's pink and orange together naturally. Even Padbarasha sapphires, they almost always get heat treatment. These did not. They are rare. They are rarer than your rarest of sapphires, and they're not even $2,000. They're $19.99. Go. Just take whatever you can from that assortment. What's left there? 200. Are the round as well? Okay, so the round is also gone. Thank you so much. Round is going to be 1808 is the item number. Now I'm going to try these two on because I haven't tried them on yet. Here's the elongated cushion, which is the 183. That's the big one. That's the big one with the pink and the whites. That's the largest stone up there. That's the 183. Pink diamonds at 27. White diamonds at 74. That's it. That is $17.99. And then here is the cushion. This cushion has this bright, vibrant, kind of orangey golden color to it with the yellow and the white diamonds as well. We are not leaving those here. $17.99 for your choice of, whoa. And we'll give them 60 seconds. Then we got to go. Tanzanite at the top of the hour. It's in 30 minutes. We are halfway through the show. How can we help you? Last two. No. Okay, 183 on the right, 132 on the left. Cushion cut elongated or cushion cut square? Okay, let's move on. Got something special to show you. Don't forget our pink zircon is $9.99 for that cushion cut pink zircon. All those flashes coming on through. Have a very special Tanzanite headed your way. Top of the hour. It's 30 minutes from now. We're going to show you that beautiful blue wing block D with those yellow diamonds. What else we got? New Paraiba is here. Look at that Paraiba round with the round diamonds. What I'm going to do here real quick is we're going to bring up some information. We're going to bring up some item numbers here. We're going to bring up the item number in each of the two left that remain. That is it. We're going to talk about really quickly here 11222353. That is the cushion cut on the left. That has got that saturated orangey golden color. There's still an element of pink. It's just not as pink as what we're seeing else up there because that's where you get a lot of those pinky golden colors. So you get a little more of a true orange color, not a mandarin garnet, but similar. A little bit of pink element under. It's like that secondary color. And there's all your information. 132, it's a square cushion, so that means it's square. It's got a soft corner to it, but the way it's set looks like a round. It's in the bridge. That's got those really vibrant yellow diamonds and the white diamonds together. Then, of course, if you want to still get an element of pink and the largest stone, you go with the cushion on the right. And so there's all the information. Which side? elongated gone. That's $26.79 for you. That is sold. And now we have just this one remaining. So there it is, $23.53. Last chance, last call if you'd like to go ahead and grab that. And I hope somebody will, because that's extremely, extremely important for that kind of value. And of course it is $19.99, but with your $200 off, $17.99, that's what 10% equates to. The last one, I'm not leaving it. Can't leave it here for $17.99. Cannot, will not leave it. Look at that. The yellow diamonds run all the way underneath it, side to side. Such a specialty stone, so collectible, so rare, just really unique material. November's original birthstone. It's been replaced since by citrine because nobody could ever find a really stunning imperial topaz. That is really exciting. Okay. So coming up, we're going to also show you some Alexandrite. We've got a big, big, big emerald. Of course, you've seen that. If anybody would like that big aqua, I'm just going to go ahead and make an executive decision here. You haven't said you like it, but I know there's got to be somebody who is in love with this stone. And there were several of you over the weekend. Now, I know we have a different audience on the weekend. I get that. But this is really important. And there were so many of you that missed out on a 14 karat. On a Sierra Santa Maria over the weekend. I wanted to bring this one out because it's just equally as beautiful. It's also 14 carats. 1401, as a matter of fact, it's 112-73-64. It's our 14 karat 01 cushion cut square, and it looks for the world like a blue diamond. It is dazzling. Carat 34 in the white diamonds as well. And it is stunning, is it not? Carat 34, so that's quite impressive there that you have that really amazing style. And of course, look at the snap, the flash, the fire. It's the most blue you can get in an aquamarine, thanks to that Sierra Santa Maria quality that we know and love. It's just outstanding in every way. Here's what it looks like on the hand as well. And don't forget, we're going to have that Tanzanite top of the hour. It's only 25 minutes from now. A great way to get proper and important yellow diamonds with your most exotic and best of quality in Tanzanite also. But here is that stunning aquamarine. It just could not be better. It's got all that flash. I mean, for the real, that a lot of people would consider is just going to look like a blue diamond. Now, I know there is not a 14 karat blue diamond up for sale anywhere I know of, but that's the look you're getting here. Plus that carat 34 around it that is so sensational. And then this is what it looks like up close. And there is only one. I'd like 50 of everything. Don't have it. Here's what we have. I mean, look at how many people just missed out on some of those Imperials. It's just, it's again, it is something you do want to, utilize as a bit of a competition here when you've got opportunities to get one of a kinds. Not a lot of people are going to get in on these opportunities. That's why you dial in early, make it yours. You can play that strategy, and really you are competing because, as I always say with shopping, no matter here or anywhere else, the good stuff goes. It's really that simple. When you see something really special and it's underpriced, listen, I'm a shopper. I shop every day. I love to shop. Shopping is what keeps me alive. I always say that online shopping gives me a reason to live an extra 3 to 5 business days. It really does. Like, it's just, again, when you're a shopper, you're a shopper. It's what, it's what you enjoy. It's what you love. It's why, I work hard. Some people say work hard, play hard. I don't play. I work hard so I can shop hard. Okay, that's what we do, right? Shoppers know. And when you see something really amazing, but it's also got a great price tag to it, it goes. It goes. It has no choice but to go out to a collector out there. That's exactly what this is going to do, especially considering this is a $16,999 price tag that's going low. So we get to take it on down for you. Come on over and take a look at it. I'm just watching it just flash. You can see it from a mile away. The powerful flashes this stone has, and a better value than $69.99. 10 grand off, you ask? Is that a little too extreme? You better believe it is. But I'm going to keep on going, and we're going to keep on doing what we do best. This is like, what's funny? So many people say to me, I would love to tell my jewelry shopping friends about this show, but I don't do it. There are a couple of you that have been kind enough to share because you just hate to see friends pay too much for jewelry. But there are so many that go, This is TVON is my secret. It is my secret shopping spot, and the last thing I'm going to do is tell even my besties where I'm getting all my good jewelry from. And that is your right. If you just want to keep it all secret, but let me tell you, if you know somebody who loves jewelry, who really loves jewelry, who loves gems, who loves fashion, this is the place you've got to introduce them to. because it's like the world's best kept secret on shopping, because it goes to show you we all grow up believing that you only spend less to get less and have to spend more to get more. And that is just not the case. We are literally here to defy that complete, that knowledge that usually that is correct. That's usually words to live by. Here's where we can get you that amazing quality that is beyond what you even see in stores, and we're going to bring it down in price and bring it even lower than $69.99. Let's take a look at that and make it even better than $69 or $59 or better than $49.99. Why, yes, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to make it fly out of here. It's not even going to be $49.99, and this is before a huge additional savings. The bigger the piece, the more you save. That's why you shop in the museum. Shop the collectibles that were a little out of reach before in years past, in months past, and get them now where these huge savings come to play. And we're going to make it even better than $49.99. Huge opportunity right now. First caller takes it for $4,888. And that will be under $4,400 because $43.99 your at checkout price tag and discount. So an even better way to do it, and a major savings to that effect. So this is going to be our really big savings, $43.99 for a 14 karat plus stone that is here surrounded by big diamonds, carat and a third plus in those diamonds, I might add. That's awfully nice. So that's the one I would highly recommend. You got a $17,000 ring that is now $43.99. Yes, indeed, that is your price at checkout. Amazing. All right, so we'll show that for a couple more seconds, then we got to go. We've got the blue zircon earrings coming up. Can't wait. Let's do that. This is going to be fun. Blue zircons are fabulous, and they give you a bright pop of color, kind of like a blue diamond. Natural blue diamonds tend to have a color very similar to what we're seeing there. Let me show you this. Oh my, they are some of our best. I mean, we're going to come in real close to take a look, because it's an earring. It's an earring style stud with the halo around it. A matched pair. Look at those dynamos. They are amazing, aren't they? Such a bright kind of like blue raspberry, really just bright electric blues here. Think like a bright turquoise, but sparkly. Turquoise doesn't sparkle. It's amazing I even like it. I love turquoise. I love a good turquoise. Give me a southwestern piece, I'll wear it. I'll wear it. I'll wear a southwestern piece. I'll wear any turquoise you give me. I love a good turquoise, but I am also someone who adores sparkle. Sparkle is my favorite color. So when you have a stone that's like a best and brightest of Sleeping Beauty turquoise, but gives you the brilliance factor of a double refractive zircon, it's so important. It's pronounced. It's hard to take your eyes off of blue zircon, isn't it? And let me also remind you, they're all mined out. This is a rare stone, Cambodia only. That was the only source, the only place to get it. And that's all done and mined out, has been for a long, long time. Item number is 112866. Let's go completely wild here. These are beautifully and bright. And I always say that it really pays to have a nice bright stone in an earring, especially a stud earring, because it's not something that's going to be gigantic. There's only so much room we have on our lobe, right? There's that little piercing, and there's only so much room before you get to a nice big drop. And those are great too. I love a drop earring. I love a big earring. I love a hoop. I think that they're really flattering. But for the most part, most people love to live in a stud. And so you want something very powerful in its color to deliver that pop, and that's what these do. Now, the carat weight's going to be a carat 53 total. 18 points in diamonds as well. And we have an option here of white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold on a mined out stone. It's going to equate to about just right around 75 points a piece or so, maybe a little bigger, 75, 76, 77 points, right in that neighborhood. And they are listed to go out at, well, $29.99 makes no, I don't think that's going to shock or surprise anybody. If you've watched the show before, you know where zircons go. But this is what we get to do, really hammer home a value. And better yet, sometimes I just like to leave it in your very capable hands and say, you go ahead, do what you want to do. But how about this? Instead of $2,000 to start, or $1,500 to start, or even, well, I tried a $1,000 to start. That got me nowhere. So what if we do this instead? How about instead of $1,000 to start, which is a heck of a deal, you know, that just makes me think, I probably should give that 60 seconds to just sell those at that price. Say first caller. But I'm going to make this a little more interesting, and we love the idea of getting everyone participating in the show and giving you an opportunity to get something that should be $3,000 that's so much less, that hopefully opens the door to more people to enjoy something as rare and as exotic as blue zircon is, if that has been your wish list. Or maybe you're just going, no, I'm seeing it for the first time. I don't even know what this is, but I don't know, I kind of like what I'm seeing. That's all it takes with jewelry. It's nice to know the background. It's nice to know a little bit of history of the stones. It's nice to know about a stone that's mined out and done, but really what it comes down to is, do you like it? It's going on your body. It's one thing to collect a stamp because it's cool and it's historical, or a coin, but you're not going to that coin and putting it in a gumball machine later. You're not going to do that. This is jewelry that is collectible, but it's going on your body. So it better be good looking. It better be something that makes you better looking, right? That's what we love about all this jewelry. And you know what I'll do? How about this? Don't have $1,000? Well, that's not news. Let's make it $500 to open. And just so that we're not here all day, we'll do $100 increments, okay? I won't do the $500 increments. I know. We're going to go $100 on the increments. We will look for $500 to start, and we'll go from there. It is in your capable hands. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show one on the ear. Let's do all the things we do to show you the size perspective from a distance, all of that. Here's what they look like from a distance, first of all, on the hand, because it just gives me a great chance to pop in the ruler here for a look, and then we'll show them on the ear as well. So there it is, 3/8 of an inch. That would be top to bottom if you opt to wear them north to south. There is a centered post, so that means you wear them any way you like. Diagonal, east-west, north-south, whatever you want, whatever suits you best. And this is what they look like on. Now remember, there's a whole halo of diamonds. A whole halo of a lot of diamonds there. There you go. That's what it looks like from a distance away. Not a blue like any other. A bright, vibrant pop of neon electric blue. 500, no open, let's move on. That's okay. Back to the wheel we go. I'll just set them down here. Now you see the size perspective. Maybe, is that what we were waiting on? Maybe, perhaps, but no open. That's okay, it's not an auction day. That's okay. And you still get to take 10% off even when you win an auction. If you win an auction. Do we have 500? We got it. Who's at 5? I'm sorry, say it again. We think it's Lisa. Oh boy, we don't know yet. Let's figure that out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Andy, I think if we're good to go now, we can turn off the wind machine because I am not Beyonce and I really do not need a wind machine. It's great for a concert when you're singing in full on like a cat suit full of crystals, but not good for home shopping. My hair is blowing in my mouth and I've got to talk. Yeah. It's not Lisa, it's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Well, Sharon, it's good to have you. I'm glad we looked into that. That's always good. Good to find out who we got. We got Sharon in the lead at $500, and that's our one and only bidder. Okay, well, we got one bidder. Sharon, and did you say Texas? Hi, Sharon. All right, so we've got Sharon in the lead. It's the lead. Still the lead. I guess you're the only one. You're still in the lead. But a race of one. Yeah, that really... That's not something you see every day. If they started at $5,000, I suppose I could wrap my head around the fact that we'd have one bidder. We are at $500 with a 10% off discount coming your way. There is a $500 bid. It has been received. We do have our open, so we know they're going to sell. We just need to figure out to whom. And we know it's Sharon on the line. So thank you, Sharon, for dialing in. She loves our blue zircons. They are bright. They are beautiful. They are really something. Nobody else, though. So we'll give it a final clock. We give it 2 minutes always. We want to wrap it up prematurely here before you have a chance because I don't want you to go, wait a minute, I was not expecting those to sell that quickly. Reminder that there is, of course, that option to change the gold color. So if you're at home, because I always see these comments later like, I'll look at things like once a month. I'll look at some, online stuff, and I wish that was in yellow. Well, we can do it in yellow, and we can do it in rose. And you just give us about an extra day on an earring. It's pretty simple. It's not a ring. It's not super complicated. So an earring, we have the mountings. We just take the stones and move them over. I mean, remember, we crafted the pieces from scratch, so pretty basic proposition to just move that center stone over to the yellow gold mounting instead, or the rose gold if you'd like to. I would stick with either the white or the yellow classics here, but it's at $500. It is going to be $50 off right now, so really Sharon would only be paying $450. If you would like to venture bid, we're looking for $600. Guess it's a good thing I didn't try to auction them at $2,000, right? Oof. I guess we wouldn't have gotten too far. We don't even have anything more than that opening bid at $500 when I don't have a single piece of jewelry here in this inventory for 500 bucks. True story. So there's a really interesting value happening on this auction right now, and we are going to give it a final 2 minutes. Remember, there's a big delay, so that's why we give you 2 whole minutes. It sounds like a long time to make a phone call, but it's actually not usually enough. So that's why we advise you to dial in really, really quickly at the beginning of that clock as opposed to later, otherwise you might miss out, okay? So last call, let's go, 2 minutes, and that's it. Final call. We're at $500 only. I wish I could make jewelry for that price. Oh, I wish I could. I mean, back in the like early 2000s, I could, but not today. 2025 blue zircons, VS diamonds around them, and that beautiful pop of bright electric blue in the middle. And we got 500 bucks and nothing more. What a chance to pick up something special. That is amazing. Janine, are you feeling the same way? Janine, I just got her message. She said, I think we are twins. Sparkle is my favorite color as well. Well, that is, that's wonderful to hear. And that's what I think that stone, if you happen to like blues and turquoise already as well, this definitely adds a big dose of sparkle, right? It truly is. It's a fabulous look, and they are so amazing. Thank you, Janine, for watching, and thank you for all your kindness. That's so sweet. But this is really, well, we got 1 minute. Sharon, I think they're yours. Somebody gonna have to explain this to me. What is going on? 500, that's not a $500 earring. That's a $3,000 earring with a $2500 discount, but she's still gonna save an extra 50 bucks if she wins them. Huge value. 30 seconds remaining to go. I suppose we're getting geared up and excited for that top of the hour Tanzanite deal. 10 minutes away. One of our Imperial topaz still left. The biggest, baddest emerald of them all, and I mean bad in a good way. This is the 810. Call me if you'd like to make me an offer on it. Took a really low offer yesterday on something I should not have. That was exciting. Look at this emerald. The zircon earrings are gone. Congratulations. Just want to show you the big emerald. That's an 8 carat 10. How about that? I'm going to grab those earrings. Those are gone. And this is really outstanding, is it not? That is a really important emerald. 810 is the size. That's going to be here for less than $1 million. And you probably go, ha, 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 that's, if you don't think that's $1 million stone, that's $1 million stone. You don't see, so here's the deal. A lot of people are going to go, no, it's not. 32,000 a carat. No, but here's the problem. $32,000 a carat is a buying guide from like umpteen years ago. It's also only up to a 4 carat size. There is hardly anything out there that is over a 4 carat size in the world of esmeraldas. Just a fun way to say emerald. So we have an 8 carat 10, more than double the size of what the buying guides deem is the largest you're going to get. And if you got all the moolah in the world, you're going to spend $32,000 a carat, and I use old buying guide. I only memorize one buying guide. They re-edition them. They come out with a new buying guide every year because, as you probably heard, prices do change, and prices usually go up. Isn't that crazy? They never go down. Why don't prices ever go down? Prices only go up. So, you know, I know we're all wishing we could have bought jewelry in the 80s. I know, but I was a baby, so we didn't get to do that. So now we're here shopping like you are in a different era. And you are getting an 810 that should be $32,000 a carat for a 4 carat. This is more than double, which is what makes it impossible to find. Which is why when I say museum piece, that's why that's accurate. Because I would love to send you to Cartier. I would love to send you to Tiffany. They're beautiful people there. It's wonderful, wonderful places to shop. You can go shop any place you like. Maybe there's a mom and pop that's not the big name, but that's in your local neighborhood, and they've got great jewelry as well. There are some really good, you know, smaller independent places that have great jewelry too. It's just we always think about really good gems as like those really big places, you know, because we hear a lot about them, and we know that they are, you know, when award season comes around and like they lend out the jewelry, that's why they do it, because it's worth the advertising they get just from one celebrity saying, oh, I'm wearing so-and-so. It really is who we default to. They are known to have, and you should be able to walk in there and find anything you want. The idea is there, but the reality is you don't always find even gems like this. When pieces are 6 and 7 figures to purchase, they are not always of this ilk. And that is because we are showing you something that really is truly museum level material. So it's our 810 emerald. I'm just showing it because pieces are important here across the board, but when we get the opportunity to put everything on sale, and I mean everything, it's nice to have pieces of this level as well. So it's going to be item number 1127923. It's an 810, as we've more than discussed. It is also a 161 diamond weight going around it, and it is under $1 million, and that quite frankly should not be, because you cannot actually put a price tag. As I'm trying to explain, the buying guides say 32,000 a carat, but that's on its 4 carat counterparts. There is no such thing available in the retail world when you're looking at quality, clarity, and size like this is in a beautiful package set in a ring with a carat 61 in VS diamonds. And that is a stone, as I exhibited before. I had it next to a 14 karat aqua. You've seen that 14 karat aqua. Well, they're even the same family of gems. Do you know that this is a beryl, as this is a beryl? And yet they do have different densities, which is why the emerald, I think a lot of people would be at home screaming that the emerald looks bigger, and it's not. That's a 14 karat 01 cushion cut on the left. It's an 8 karat 10 on the right. But because an emerald is less dense material, that's why it looks so big. And that's what you're seeing there, okay? So a little just emerald 101 there, even the same stones or same family of gems, beryl family gems, just blue beryl versus green. Okay, so now we move on from that and talk about what we can do. Let me remind you that if this is a little bit of a bigger price tag, then you'd like to essentially purchase with one credit card. We can always help by, we don't do like easy pays or anything like that. I know, I wish we did. We don't do that. So again, please understand, we're a little different. And so, yeah, that would be wonderful. But we are gonna give you the opportunity, if this is a little bit, you see the value, but you also don't necessarily wanna put it all on one card, because maybe one card's due on the 1st and one's due on the 15th, and you wanna make it a little bit more digestible as far as payments are made and budgets are done. Well, that's something you can do. If you want to put half on one card and half on another, it'd be very reasonable to do that. But we're going to get away from $1 million, and that, quite frankly, you can't put a price on something that doesn't exist readily in the world. That's why I would love to give you a comparison. If I knew of some place that had an 8 karat 10 Colombian emerald that was clean, with a lot of VS diamond weight, I would be more than willing to give you a retail price tag. The fact is, I don't. So this is really where, again, you've got something that not everybody else has the access to, and it's not going to be $1 million, and it's not even $100,000. So there are beautiful things and beautiful values that are going to be the same amazing, as a matter of fact, better value here. I can bring you $9.99 pieces and, well, $500 pieces in auctions apparently, but there is no better value than what you're seeing right now, because this is not 100, and it's not 50, and it's not $40,000. And now we're getting down to essentially what 1 carat of the material should be, a per carat price with free gold and diamonds and, oh, a lot bigger stone with that 810. You're not spending $40,000, my friends. This is the one to own. Out of all the emeralds, I am an emerald lover. I feel obligated. I've been studying them since I learned what my birthstone was, and that was a long, long, long time ago. So that's the thing. Our birthstones never change, and I've been fascinated by emeralds long before I was ever a thought of jewelry or doing jewelry professionally. But this is where you have a really important stone. They are naturally included by nature, but to see a clarity that this gives is really just important, and what makes it so rare, it's not just about the size. This could be a very opaque, dingy, dark stone, and it's not. It's very bright and better yet, let me borrow it. I'm only borrowing it. Trust me. Look at the size of that. But here's the other thing. You're looking at that from a distance away. Not only can most jewelry disappear from this angle, but look at the clarity and the glow you're seeing. There's one thing to see it up close. We are purposely showing everything up close so you can see everything in the stone, so you get a better look at it than you ever would in person. But when you see that glow and that amazing light that it's delivering from all the way across the room, and this is not going to be $30,000 either, for the most colossal, best of the best, still Colombian, the bright color, all of that. And look what you're getting. That glow is undeniable. Most emeralds, even in half carat sizes, do not do what this stone is offering, and it's not going to be $30,000, and it's not $25,000. This is why it will go tonight. Because there is, when I told you before, when a value is a value, when it's too low in price, it's going to go. There are more collectors than there are pieces like this in our inventory. And we bring all the collectible pieces, but there is nothing else quite like this. And it's not even $25,000. Look at that. That seriously is one of the most beautifully bright, amazing and mesmerizing stones I have ever been able to show you, and it's not even 25,000 or 24,000 or 23 or 22 or 21. This is unbelievable. And again, take me up on that offer if it makes it a little bit easier, if you just want to put it on that Amex spine. But if you want to break it up over a couple different cards, go ahead. That's no problem. We can do that. It takes a couple extra seconds. But look at how beautiful that is. And you're going to get a huge, substantial discount with that 10%, and it's not even $20,000. It is $19,999, but there's $2,000 off that. So you're actually going to be under 18 for that incredible ring. Undeniable how beautiful that ring is. Our best in emerald, and maybe in value overall, is that ring right there. And that is a special treat for somebody who knows the best of the best of the best in jewelry. We're about 2 minutes away from our Tanzanite deal. Can't wait. And we have got Tanzanite coming out. Alexandrite is here. Still have that pink zircon and Paraiba and a yellow diamond pendant, all still to come. And we sit and admire under $18,000 for that stone. Less than 1 carat should be. How about that? How about that? Listen, you can say a lot of things about jewelry and shopping and gold pricing and everything that's going on today. But I think there is one thing that everybody right now can agree on. That is a heck of a value. Listen, I know it's not what everyone's shopping for tonight. You didn't tune into the show looking for an 8-carat Colombian emerald. I know that. But that, we can all agree, that's a heck of a value. And if you want a really important stone, like beyond what even royals wear and what the billionaire tech people, they collect gems. What's everyone collecting now? More than real estate, more than countries, more than cars, more than stamps. They're collecting gems. Fine gems, fine diamonds, and jewelry. And that is under $18,000 for an 810. That is like $12,000 away. Actually, it's $14,000 away from the going per carat rate on an emerald of that quality. Just saying. I like the idea of getting 8 carats set for less than the price of 1. I just think that sounds like a deal. Sounds like a deal to me. All right, let's move on. Top of the hour is here. All right, so now we get to bring out what everybody's waiting for, myself included. There she is. The big, beautiful blue wing, unlike what we've done before, because it's got the big yellow diamonds around it. Not little, big. Not a small stone in the middle, big. Everything about this, yet it's so tailored, it's so dynamic, because it's giving you the pop of the yellows, the balance of the 3-stone style, which is an icon, and then you get this fabulous look with the 402 in the middle. Item number is 8968. Welcome into our Thursday night special. Here it is. We got 1 hour left to go. We've got the big Tanzanite here. It is the 402, and sound the alarm and the trumpets and the pomp and the circumstance, because royalty has arrived. Yellow diamonds at, this is incredible, 30 points a piece, 60 points in total, pear-shaped natural yellow diamonds, and the best Tanzanite in the world in the center. And while everybody's asking for crazy money for Tanzanite, we got a better deal. People who are asking good prices for Tanzanite, we got a better deal. Oh, you think somebody's got a better price? We got a better deal. This is what I'm so thrilled. Welcome into Thursday. So glad you're with us. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We have an hour left, so let's get to this. This is really good. This is it's a superstar of styles, because we love our bridge mountings, we love our halos, and we love all those, where we add a lot of little diamonds. But it does become more high-end when you add 1 big stone, or in this case, 2. And then, of course, we have the elite level of adding yellow diamonds instead of white diamonds, which is a whole different rarity on its own, because most people never have yellow diamonds in their collection. We're giving you 2 around the best Tanzanite in the world. So if anything deserves yellow diamonds, the importance that they bring, the color that they provide, it's a best Tanzanite. Let's take a look at it. You're going to love it. It's going to be a huge value. I need you on the lines, though, because this is where we are going to really see value like never before. I mean it. I am on a mission. And this is what I'm going to do. We have 14 karat solid gold here, 2-tone. You don't have to do that. You don't have to leave it. You can go all white, all yellow, all rose. I recommend saying, I'll take it as is, because I love, it's like when I go to a restaurant, I'm not okay, yeah, I don't need to modify it. Just give me however the chef likes it. That's how I want it. They know better than I do. So that's how, again, our designers, much the same. We have lovingly crafted this piece of jewelry in what we think is the best formula for showing off those individual stones. You've got white gold the entirety. Look at that. Ooh, and you want to see thick gold. Does anyone ever show you the backside of rings where else you shop? Do people show you the depth of the gold through the back? Do people ever show you the way it's done on the inside? Or do you just see it spinning round and round and round and round and have to look at it from a mile away? Well, we're going to give you the up close, show you all those reds gleaming on through your Tanzanite. Big, big, chunky, gorgeous 30 pointers. They're almost a third of a carat yellow diamonds in pear shapes. They're still brilliant cut, and they are perfectly matched. They are perfect. And they're not light yellows either, where you're going, maybe they're not so good white diamonds. No, these are bright yellows. These are fancy fines. They're the better quality, where they look like, you want them to look like droplets of sunshine. When they look like droplets of sunshine yellow, when they make you smile just because you're looking at a bright sunny yellow, that's when you know they're good. That's when you know they're top quality. That's what you have here. So let's go ahead and blow it out. Two-tone gold is what I recommend, but you can always do what you want to modify it if you choose to. We are going to go wild. This is a $79.99 ring. It says so right here. I'll show you. There it is. Boom, boom. There it is. Now, that would be $800 off. It'd be $7,200. I'm going to make it better. And we have a top of the hour for a reason. This is not accidental why it happens here when most people are tuning in on a Thursday night. We are here to wow you with a value. And for those of you, here's the other thing. Anybody out there have a Tanzanite already? I hear you. There's a lot of you that have a Tanzanite or 2 or 10 or 50. How many of you have one with yellow diamonds on the side? With a very important classic side-to-side 3-stone, which balances it on the hand. Even if you are one that has to, sometimes if it wobbles a little bit, if it does that, and it's on the finger and it goes, you need a 3-stone. Because, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit loony in this sense. I see rings spinning around people's fingers, perfect strangers that I just got about, and I'm like, the ring is spinning around their finger, and I just want to rip it off and say, can I size it for you? Can I size your ring for you? Can I please size it so it's proper? Because I can't stand seeing people's good stones flipping to the bottom side of their hand, like where the ring, the good stuff is under here. It should be on top. Show it off, right? I can't stand that. So when you've got, and some people have to do that. My grandma was one of them. She had arthritis. You know, she was 93 years old. She lived an amazing, amazing life, but she had, knuckles that had swelled. So she had to get a bigger ring size to go over the knuckle to wear her jewelry. But once it was on the finger, it was spinning. So here's how, again, something that really anchors the piece. So if you ever have that issue, it kind of anchors it. It keeps it kind of bookended, so it keeps it centered up on the hand where it should be. I'll try it on to show you that now. And then we're going to work on that price tag and get you a better deal, because that's what I'm here to do. See, this ring, far too large for me. It's probably 3 sizes too big for me, at least. And do you see how, without me, now I'll just prop it up so it sits where it should, but look at how it's staying right where it should, essentially, because of that bookended style. And of course, if it was my ring size, it would be sitting even more properly, and it would really have that beautiful way that it kind of keeps that symmetry, keeps that centering on the hand. It is not going to be $79, $69, $59. I'm going to give you a huge top of the hour value, and let me welcome you in when everybody else is getting, listen, the best value I've ever seen anywhere else on Tanzanite, probably like, I don't know, maybe $650. Have you seen better? Tell me. Tell me something. We have the best in the world. That we can all agree on that, correct? If I've taught you one thing ever, it's that Tanzanite, Blue Wing Block D, this collection that we have here exclusively, is the best in the world. And anything that you see anywhere else, no matter what it's called, is going to be a lower quality in color, okay? It's a lower quality color, or a color quality. It's lower. The vibrance, the trichroism, the red flashes are what make Blue Wing Block D so pronounced and best of the best. But it's also going to be better than $59.99. And maybe your per carat price you've seen out there is what? Maybe even $550, maybe even $500 for lower quality. Now keep in mind, you should always pay more for higher quality. You just don't have to here. You certainly don't have to tonight, and not on this top of the hour special. That is a certainty. But it's not going to be $5,900. You know, right now that would be a great value, but even if we went $4,000, that's $1,000 a carat. But I know you, and you know me, and you know we're all about better value, and so we can't ever. I would be absolutely shocked If I got 4,020, I'd be up here on the air. I'd eat the ring. Like, come on. We would never do that. We would never sell it for that because you have an expectation for a better value. So we can't do 39 and we can't do 29. And now we're at a really crazy low that's going to top anybody's price, even on lower quality material. But you're getting that, again, these are many upgrades that are involved in this ring. The yellow diamonds, the side-by-side, the 3-stone style, the huge 4-carat plus. Do you want to take a look at it? It is so amazing, and it's not going to be 29 or even 2888. You got to call me. We got a big old value. And then, Joni, we've got your requests that have just come out. They're coming out next. We've got some green zircons to show you. But I will not do 29. And right now keep in mind there's a 10% off. I almost forgot. So $26.99, that's your 10% off applied. That on a 402 is going to be down to like $670 a carat. I got to go lower. My vow to you is simple. Best price ever. Let me say that again. Do we all hear what I'm saying? Best price ever. If there were 20 points or 30 points in white diamonds, I could see it. The fact we have upgraded this with the huge yellow diamonds you're getting does not mean we should go lower on this price. You are about to get, now I know there's people shopping who have a lot of Tanzanite. If you don't have one yet, we are in the final days of offering this best in the world. They are off to museums. This is museum reserve. What does that mean? If it sticks around tonight, let me tell you, it's not going to stick around. I'm going to go ahead and like jump the shark here. It's not going to stick around. But if it does, let's say at 8 o'clock tonight, it's still here and I couldn't sell it. A, number one, I need to retire. But B, it's going to a museum. I'll be the one taking it probably. I can fly to Europe. Okay, maybe I'm getting on the plane tonight. I was just at LAX. I was just there all day. Do I have to be there again? I literally was. I was just, yeah. And if anybody knows LA, you don't drive to LAX. But I did. Just to drop someone off. So that's again, no, I wasn't on a flight. And I didn't manage to get somewhere between us seeing you last night and today. But that's when you really care for somebody, when you start dropping them off at LAX. But here's the thing. I can get on a flight and take that to the museum, escort it personally, but that's not going to happen. Because we're going to give you a heck of a value. We're throwing in the big yellow diamonds. We've got all the gold. We've got everything you need to make this museum where it should be. Or you can say, no, the museum belongs in my house. And you make a little shrine. Whatever that means. If it just means a pretty little box, if it means its own section, its own wing in the jewelry armoire, if it means that you're going to literally have a little plaque engraved at the local engraver that says, you can name your stone, name your museum. You can do that. You should. You should. Play with it. Have fun with it. This is museum material. But it's going to you instead of the museum because this is a price that's so darn irresistible, it's not going to stay. And it's not $29.99 or $28 or $27 or $26. And do you think I've got 5 of these? What'd I tell you? Do you think I've got 4 or 3 or 2? Your moment is now. Your opportunity is here. And we have suddenly got it down to the price you would have paid after the discount. There is nobody on the phone lines yet, and what fun this is going to be to see the race to the finish line. Who is going to barrel through that ribbon and say the ring is mine? There's even texture around the basket at the base where the stone is set. Do you see it as it swings around here to the right? You can see a little texture, just those little details I love. Lots of ample gold, that elevation to the ring itself, so you see all 3 stones set up in their baskets. Nothing outlandish, but just to give them all their light that they deserve so they can look their best with all the light hitting it from all the different angles, but it's not 26. I got to say, this is getting a little spooky that nobody's on the phone line screaming for it yet. I will blow it out. 25. You know what? Skip 25. Skip it. Let's go even lower. This is a 402. And if somebody's offering you a lower quality for a higher price, don't take it. That's easy. That's logic. If I can give you a better, watch what we're going to do here. And you know what? I actually heard some of you just said that you saw somebody today, if I'm reading this right, let me read it. Hold on, let me read this. Okay, somebody just messaged me, 2 of you actually, and said you saw somebody today selling Tanzanite for a per carat price of $495. Per carat with no diamond weight to it. Okay. And again, I'm just reading this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm calculating, hold on, $25.99 after your 10% off, $23.39 divided by 4, let's just call it 4. Okay, I'm still too much. You better, I'm not going to let anybody beat me. And with all this top of the hour, this special, this yellow diamond, the high end, and those are important yellow diamonds, I will not let any, and I don't even know if this is true, but if what you say, because two of you have said it, thank you guys, by the way. Someone said, well, I saw lower quality selling for $4.95 today. Here's what I'm going to do. All right. I'll make it better. Obviously, that bag needs to disappear. I'm not going to do $25.99. We're going to ignore everything that we've ever known about Tanzanite. I'm not going to let anybody beat me with the price. And I know I got better material than everybody out there. I know I got museum level. Watch this. Watch this. It's not going to be 20. I'm just going to go with it here. 25? No. 24? No. 23? No. 22? No. And nobody's on the phone lines yet. There's one ring. One ring. Who is going to take it and be the happiest Tanzanite collector in the world? I don't know who it's going to be, but I know this. This is going right now at $22.99 after 10% off. That means $2,069. You divide that by 4.02. Uh-oh. I'm still at, okay, I'm there. I'm at $5.14 a carat. Okay. Well, that still means, if you guys are correct, that still means there's somebody out there offering, yes, lesser quality. I never want you to have to ever. I don't want you to have to buy lesser quality just to save a buck. Or in this case, $19. I will not allow it. What if we go to $21.99? Still not there. Mm-mm. Oh, I am. I beat him. Wait. Are you following along here? I just did the math. According to the math here, $21.99 after your 10% off makes it $4.92 a carat. I beat him. I got the best value on better material. But hold on. Hold on. You're not paying $21.99. Mm-mm. If you haven't dialed in, now you can always call up and hang up. Call, hang, whatever you want to do. But if this is the ring that you want to have with big, gorgeous yellow diamonds side by side, and now I've already beaten, what you're telling me is somebody was doing a $4.95 per carat price tag today on worse material. Okay, some of you said ugly, but that's not nice. I'm not going to say that. Oh, did I? It doesn't matter. Let's just get you the best. My promise every night is get you the best, best price, best quality, best price. They got to be together. We are at the best per carat price that anyone's going to do on top level. It's at $492 a carat. This is going to go even lower because guess what? It's still here because this is a Thursday night. And some of you poor people, some people are probably watching, I guess, $4.95 a carat. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it even better. I'm not going to ask for $2,099, and you're going to take 10% off. That's a big savings in addition to wherever this price is. And that's look at this. It's getting better, guys. It's getting better. Now that's $1,979. So now I'm just going to do the math. I'm doing it right here live. That's $490 a carat. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's make it even better. Not $2,099, not $2,000. We can just make this really interesting. And a fight to who's first, because your price tonight, hear me out, is $1,999. I'm not just beating everybody else. I'm going a mile better. Watch that. That would be $1,799, by the way, at checkout. Are you kidding me? Just for the record right now, that is $447 a carat with free yellow diamonds, free gold. That band is made well. That is not a little whisper of gold. It is a wide, heavy, beautifully well-made band. And we are at, you know what we should put up there, Tony? We shouldn't put the price. We should put $447 a carat, because apparently that is what's going to get the message across. It's not $500 a carat or $650 a carat. It is $447. And what I have just done is thank you to my two, and I'm going to leave you guys anonymous because I don't need you, out there, a live broadcast on TV, hearing that you're the ones kind of spying on everyone else, telling me what everyone else is doing. But you've told me that someone else is doing $495. I'm doing $447 a carat better. That's better. and it's a better quality, and it's got big yellow diamonds on the sides too. So I would say, let's look at the ring. Now that I've done the math, I mean, there's nothing else I can do for value. I have done that and more. Everything and more you need in value is right there. But now you're telling me, do you want it or not? Joni, we've got your zircons coming up. I just cannot, because remember, it's not $19.99, it's $17.99. That means divided by 4.02, it's really easy math. $4.47 a carat. Don't pay more for less quality. Don't do it. Yes. Kathy, does she know what I'm talking about? Has she ever seen I mean, seriously, there are some, you guys, I know, see, you guys watch. See, I was at LAX, and you guys are watching the shows. And that is, I'm sorry, that, I don't think this shows up here, does it? I don't know why phones don't show up on here. I need a calculator. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's the per carat, by the way. $447.51 on that ring that's reflecting into the phone there. That's the per carat, because $17.99 divided by 402, this is the price per carat, $447.51. That's the price per carat on Museum Reserve with big old yellow diamonds next to it. I won, I got the very best price. This is indisputable. No, and I got the best quality. We know I've got the best quality. We already know that. We already know that. That is something you are well aware of, which is probably why, yeah, you're here. But if you're going to spend less money to get better quality, I say that's how you do it. And it's only going to be $17.99 at checkout. Joni, as soon as we figure this one out, we will have your zircons. I have two choices for you. We still have a Paraíba to come. We still have a pink zircon still here. We still have the Alexandrite in the bridge. I haven't shown you that yet. So that's going to be here as well. And then operators, will you let me know if anyone's going to take this one with all those red flashes every which way? And big natural yellow. Oh, one more thing about our diamonds, because I might have new people that are going, what's happening? Those are natural yellow diamonds with your best per carat price on Tanzanite. And it's the best quality. And it's $447 a carat. So again, sometimes we believe that, I'm a believer that friends don't let friends overpay for jewelry. And that has obviously been my career mantra for many, many years. I've been here 9. I have never had Museum Reserves priced this way. Museum Reserves have only been here the last few months. I've had Blue Wing Block Ds for the last 6.5 years here at TVON. We did go, my first 3 years here, we did not have Blue Wing Block D. It was not until 2018, and near the very end of that year, that we ever brought you the Blue Wing Block D private collection that was collected by the miner himself and his colleagues, who did such an amazing job not only getting the material from the D block, but also saving it and compiling it and keeping it in a private collection, and then years later sharing it with us and us exclusively. That is why I can tell you with certainty, because I was here meeting with the miner and I saw every stone from the get-go, and I can tell you nobody else has Blue Wing Block D unless one of you decides to sell that out in the secondary market. Then we can talk. But $17.99 is your price at checkout. And you're getting 30-point individual yellow diamonds that are natural. Those are from the Argyle mine. Those are actually, that's another mine that's closed. The Tanzanite mine is probably closing. The Argyle mine is already closed, so it's really tough to get big yellow diamonds. We've got the 30-pointers there individually. You've got an $8,000 should-be ring that I just discounted to $17.99. All because I wanted to, yes, I'm stubborn that way, and I wanted to beat the best price according to you guys. Hopefully that was true, that if someone is selling them for $4.95 for a lower, junkier quality and whatever, that's fine. That's fine. If that lower quality is lower quality and you should pay less, but when I can beat that, it just gives you no excuse to not have the best. Am I right? That's all I'm after, is I want to be able to deliver the best quality in existence in the world ever that's been mined in that one source at the base of the Marilani Hills in Tanzania only. I want to be able to bring you the best, which is only here at TVON. If you don't see that logo where you're shopping, then you are not getting the best Tanzanite. You are getting some inferior quality, and that is a fact, and you can tell with your own 2 eyes because it's all based on the color. So if the color is lighter, if you can see like a wash through it, if there's a big window in the stone, which is like a void of saturated color, then that is not the best. That's lacking cutting, that's lacking saturation, it's lacking red flash. And now I've given you, I mean, I could have done this on any Tanzanite, I suppose, just gotten on my high horse and decided to beat everyone's best price out there. But the fact that I'm doing it now with a 4-carat spectacular classic and giving you yellow diamonds. Almost every Tanzanite I've ever brought to you and I have sold tens of thousands of them in the last 6.5 years of blue wings. Almost every one of them has had a smattering of white diamonds, sometimes a lot of white diamonds, yes, but no white diamond can hold a candle in rarity or value to natural yellows. So that is the big differential here, is that it probably would have been smarter if I'm going to get all, on my soapbox here and try to beat everyone's best price for lower quality. Oh, fine. But doing that with white diamonds would have probably been more advisable, probably a little wiser. Instead, I'm taking the piece that has the big, rare, I mean, you are really getting two important rarities here, aren't you? You're getting the most spectacular natural yellow diamonds, because most people don't have yellow diamonds that are natural in their collection, and you're getting the world's best Tanzanite, all in the same darn ring. So what a pairing, what a match. And the Tanzanite looks great with the yellows beside it. We see all the time those primary colors, the vibrant yellows with the blues and the purples and the reds. I'm sorry, yellow looks great with blue and purple and red. The fact that you've got all three of those colors in one stone, it really is the prime example of how to accentuate those colors with those bright yellows. I love red and yellow together. That's my alma mater. I love red and yellow. Blue and yellow, that's my arch enemy as far as collegiately speaking. Blue and yellow, but they're all good color schemes. And then purple and gold. Purple and yellow, they look fantastic together as well. So $17.99, $4.47 a carat, but with free yellow diamonds. That is a stunner. All right, we're going to talk Alexandrite. Also speaking of yellow diamonds, you know what we could do? We could do a little yellow diamond deal next and give you the yellow diamond pendant that could actually work back to this now ring. Sure, we can, or any other yellow diamond you might be lucky enough to own. We'll give you a yellow diamond round in a pendant coming up, but that is some math that cannot be denied. I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead. I can, Susan. There was a round earlier, the 11 karat 63. Let me share that with you, Susan. And let me polish it up here. 8233 was the number on the round that we had earlier tonight. Here's the round. There's the 11 karat 63 round. Wow, Portuguese cut. Still Blue Wing Block D Museum Reserve. That is our 1163 with 66 points in the diamonds as well. 6 individual stones, 11 points each. Love that. And then you've got stacks on the sides there. Very, very nice. Yellow gold, white gold, or rose gold. Did you have any questions about it, Andy? Go ahead. Oh, thank you so much. Sorry, sometimes I get a little excited about stressing value. I mean, that's my job, right? Sorry, it's not every day I get to talk about $447 a carat Tanzanites. It's just, it doesn't happen. This 1163 was presented earlier. Just want to recap it for you, Susan. It's a great choice. It has my whole heart. This round, there is an extraordinary rarity to a round, as we know with all gemstones. A round cut is always supposed to have a big premium per carat price tag. You've got an incredible stone here, 66 points. They're princess cuts, so you're adding more rare to the already rare. On the sides, I'm going to try it on for you. It's a lovely piece. We are going to offer to switch the gold color as well, which is awfully nice. Take a look at that. That's the size. So that gives you an idea of how very pronounced and large that stone is. And that's going to be, got it down to $69.99 for the big round, which is another $700 off that price, so $62.99. Fabulosity. So if you're, I don't know if anyone's debating, but just for comparison's sakes, I mean, the colors are identical. That's what see, we have consistency. And sometimes it's true, you'd expect more of the larger stones to have a little more saturation of color. Same color. Same, even, you know, what's interesting with that oval, you get a lot of flash as well. I mean, rounds are known to be so brilliant, but that oval had its own flash, didn't it? Great look to that oval, but you can see there with the round, a little extra razzle-dazzle me, and still your red flashes coming on through, so that's going to be $62.99 on that one. One only there. You can change the gold color, something to consider, and remember, you have got a mega value at that price tag. And now we're going to talk about the yellow diamond pendant as promised. So if you need a little yellow diamond companion, maybe to go with any of your yellow diamond jewelry, if you're lucky enough to have some, or maybe you start here. It's going to be item number 1129083, and what a pleasure it is to have a very large round yellow. Look at that. That's a very impressive style. First of all, rounds. Okay, so we just saw the pear shapes accentuating the tansy. Honestly, we see very few rounds. It's mostly ovals and cushion cuts, and that's about it. We love a round. You know, round is the classic cut for diamonds, and that certainly doesn't exclude the yellow diamonds. We love a round. It's going to give tremendous flash and fire to it. It's item number 112-9083. It's all going to be yellow gold only on this one, and it is all yellow gold. So yeah, yellow gold throughout. It's going to be this really impressive 53-point round center, and then it does have the white diamonds around that as well. So the white diamond weight's going to be 25 points. And it is outstanding. And let me show you from a distance. There's even such a decorative nature to that bail. It's got a little more of that fluted design. It doesn't look so basic because the piece is anything but basic. So that's really impressive to see that design here because it's got the diamonds up the middle and then some flares in the gold out to the sides. And then Joni, we will actually skip that for a second. Sorry. I've got zircon sitting here. I got so carried away with the Tanzanite request that I forgot about Joni's request. Oh my goodness, we have two zircons to show you. So let me start with the radiant and also add an oval to the mix. Those colors are very similar. So we'll go back to that yellow diamond, I promise, okay? I promise we will. Just want to get to these because she's already waited. I got these when I was right in the middle of that Tanzanite presentation. So here we go. With either the 112-3817, I'll start there. That's the oval on the left side. And I think our round, by the way, the round Tanzanite is still here. So the round, fabulous, okay? So the round 1163 should go tonight. You know what else is going to go is that 810 emerald. So we got some really, really specialty pieces, but this is, well, the 407 is amazing. 407, 26 points in diamonds, starts with the halo. This is a larger dome style mounting with the great finishing on the inside, as you see there. Very clean for a green, and the green zircons are a different animal. They tend to be, they can be like a lot of greens where they get overly dark in their saturation. We don't want that. This is where you get that bright, gorgeous color. That's going to be the 407, 26 points. Over here, it's going to be 111-9853. That is the 422, and that's the radiant. The radiant has this beautiful frame of diamonds around it, and that's going to continue with the diamonds. That one stays in the yellow. The dome style, interestingly enough, it looks like you can change the gold color. The one on the right is going to stay in the yellow gold, but it is time to dial. That's for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they each go, especially when the 422 with the 76 points in diamonds, same price as the oval, because you're getting, the oval might be a tad bit smaller with a tad bit smaller diamond weight, but you're getting a lot more gold. So they're really even. I just want to make them the same price and really quickly send them on out. No problem. Your choice of rare as can be. Here we had those blue zircon earrings earlier that sold. We had a pink zircon ring earlier, still here. Now we get to show the really rare greens, big sizes, either one you want. They're going to be better than $49.99. You got a huge value already. Then we return to the yellow diamond. We've got 30 minutes left in our broadcast. That's it. So it is definitely time to let us know what you'd like to see before we have a little limitation running out on time here very quickly. But we'll be back tomorrow night. We got tomorrow night as well, 5 to 8, so our big Friday night Club TVON party. But either way you go on those two, I'm going to make them $1,888. That means $16.99 instead at checkout, and for two very, very large size blues, or rather green zircons. And I'm going to show each one on the hand here. We'll start with the big dome style. Here it is in the oval. That actually would work also really well as like an index finger ring, middle finger as well. Here's the really special radiant cut. Look at that. It's the 422. So there they are as far as on the hand together if you're trying to make that comparison. Colors are, again, very similar. And again, it's your choice of $18.88 turns into $16.99 for you at checkout. Those should both be long gone. No question about it. Oval versus radiant. You simply decide. This one's got the halo with the diamond set in the sides. This one's got that great designer around it as well. And it is totally, totally up to you which one you like there. Let's go back up close and take a look at them as well. And we'll give those about 30 seconds. I think that's all that's going to take there. And then, Joni, let me know if you need something different, but usually that's the price you'd pay for a much smaller size. So I love seeing the 4-carat plusers for a great deal. The yellow diamond pendant is coming back. Sure is. Uh-oh, $18.88, $16.99. Okay. We're on our way. Back to the yellow diamond pendant we will go. Here she is. Here we go. Yellow diamond pendant. 9083. This is going to be the round, starting with a stone. I'm going to come in a bit closer because why not? Let's admire that great flash and that beautiful bright clarity. That is a 53-point center with 25 points in white diamonds around it, a grand total of 78 points all throughout. You've got the bail. I love that fluted bail style. Each diamond at the compass points there are round set in that individual pear shape of style in the gold. We have got a great look. I want to show you. It's yellow gold only. Huge, huge value. Please dial early on this one. This is such a great piece. And we have longed for a yellow diamond and a round brilliant. Just don't see them all that often. It's like anything else we just talked about with the Tanzanite. It's a wasteful cut. They certainly don't like to waste yellow diamond material, being as rare as that is. You've got a, let's see, about 3/4 of an inch top to bottom. I'll show it to you on the neckline as well, so you can see it from a distance away and get a sense of the size, okay? It's a pendant, so you're gonna add and provide your favorite yellow gold chain to go along with it. You can wear it lower or higher. It's just dependent on the chain length you're gonna use. And we're gonna go ahead and blow it out. Here's what it looks like up close. We'll come back on over and get you, I think it's the perfect companion piece for a lot of things. Maybe you got the Tanzanite and yellow diamond. Maybe you have a yellow diamond ring that you purchased from years back. Well, here's how you get a really striking and stunning piece of jewelry. And again, over a 1/2 carat in the round. That's really remarkable to see in a natural yellow diamond. We're going to blow it out right now. It's supposed to be $49.99. Got to make it easier than that. We're at the end of the show here. We have about 25 minutes remaining. Still have both blue zircon, rather greens. Why do I keep going? I think when you have a blue wing block D for as long as we did, and then I got the zircons, it's a green zircon duo that we had. So those two are still available for you. Let's move this one out of here. It's not going to be $49, $39, $29, or $19. Got to make sure that, yes, even yellow diamonds deserve to be affordably priced. That round, it's all round brilliance in the diamonds from the yellow to the white, but they're all sectioned in different ways, really set in very individual styles here that make it so unique. Almost give it a little, I feel like it can kind of go different styles here. It can be more traditional or a little bit more kind of vintage dressy as well. But it's not going to be 19, 18, 17, 16. I mean, we're going to move jewelry no matter what. We got 25 minutes to go. I'm opting to make, obviously, we've had yellow diamonds as a companion to Tanzanite affordable. Now we're making a yellow diamond straight up affordable. Yes. 407 and the dome is gone. All right. So that means the 422 radiant is the only zircon left available. Yes. Clark. Hi, Clark. Clark in Michigan, brand new shopper tonight. Welcome in, Clark. Thank you. Was it he or she, by the way? I know both, so I just, yeah, I have a dear friend who's female named Clark. So hi, Clark. So that's him. Thank you. Hi, Clark. Thank you so much for shopping. Welcome to our show. I'm going to go ahead and do this right now for better than even $1,599. We got to keep going. We got to make values happen for the rest of this. Well, 24 minutes to go. It's going to get wild in here. We've got a better value coming your way. Just call me. It's got to stay in the yellow. So this goes out tomorrow. Yellow gold only, no sizing needed. Sure. This is with you in the next few days. You're wearing it. You're enjoying it. You're loving it. I think during this sale, you think about gifting as well, maybe advanced shopping for gift-giving occasions that might be even in the future, because these values are not repeated. We won't do 15. How about $14.99? No. We need to go lower. We'll make it better. I just have many opportunities here to save, but nothing else in a round yellow diamond. Nothing. Still natural, still out of, we have a collection that goes way back to when the Argyle mine was producing. We're really proud of that because it is a different level of quality than what's generally available now. The material, there's still a couple mines out there that are producing colors of diamonds, but they're just not of the same quality. And that's why we're all just pining away for Argyle Mine stones, but very difficult to find anywhere else. And we're going to take it right now down below 14, below 13, below 12. I got to make sure everything goes tonight for the next 23 minutes. Let's make it 1100. You know what? Wait, not 11.99, because that still is going to, I got a better idea. Make it, if we just make it ones across the board, how about 11.11? You know why that weird price works? Because after your 10% off, you have it for $9.99. And that's what I like to see. So how about spending under $1,000 on an incredible yellow diamond pendant? It's $9.99.90. Under $1,000 for a pendant like that with 78 points in diamonds. You got to be kidding me. That'll be $9.99, 60 seconds, Tony. We'll move on. It's only so long I can hold it here in these tweezers. So then we've got Alexandrite coming up in a bridge. Still have a Paraiba with a 3-stone style. It's a Paraiba with big diamonds on the sides. That's amazing. But this is going to go. Bye, 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 bye. 52 seconds remaining. That's $9.99 for that pendant. Woo-wee. How about that 1163? Anybody still thinking about that 1163 tans? The Paraiba, we had a carat 42 Paraiba. I do have a pink zircon that's museum level. It's over 14 carats, almost 15 actually. We have a the pink zircon I had earlier is still available, and the butterfly ring. 2 butterflies made of baguettes and round diamonds together, but for $9.99, do you think we're going to leave that here? I hope not. 14 seconds remain to go. Last chance, last call. Don't forget that radiant cut green zircon is still here for only $16.99. Dome is gone, but the radiant cut in that halo design is still here. Still have a couple things to recap from earlier as well, like that 810 emerald, like the 1163 Tanzanite round, like what else? 1 Imperial topaz is left out of my 4 that I had earlier for you as well, but $9.99 for that yellow diamond. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got to keep moving. Really? We can't leave that there. I know we're all Tanzanited out, but that's it. I don't have any more Tanzanites. This is now the yellow diamond round brilliant. Call me. That's a good one. It's got to go. All right, so we've got some Alexandrite to show. I just want to also remind you that this pink zircon, we already showed the greens, we had the blue earrings, they're all gone. But now we have the pink zircon from earlier. This is a cushion cut square. Just wanted to remind you, because I know a lot of people really tune in just for the last hour of our weeknights, because again, we just start early. So here's what we have in the pink zircon. It was 112-8477, and that is something very special. Wanted to just let you know that is here. I got it down to $999. So it's really $899 at checkout for you for a beautiful Ceylon. That's the origin source. That is a pinky red, purple, gorgeous pink. I mean, it's got like different colors flashing through it. It's amazing. And it is so bright. Of course, we've been talking about the refraction of zircons all night long. So diamond-like, but still natural and rare. You've got the beautiful curb link of diamonds on the sides. Counts for 27 points in your curb link. And we still have the big aqua here as well. We got to recap that. And also, oh, and there was a great match. If you are into rose gold, I just want to remind you that we did start the show tonight with a pink zircon pendant looking like this. This was the pink zircon pendant in the round. That zircon pendant is still here for $4.99, and it'll look even better without the fingerprint, so I'll show that to you now. We'll polish that up. That'll be in the rose gold. That's $4.49 at checkout. It's got the one singular 3-point diamond right above the round. Let me know on that yellow diamond pendant. We also had a Savverite pendant with chain. That was under $1,000. Man, have there been values here tonight. Also at our 210 Burma. The 210 ruby can't stay here. This one's under $6,000 for a 210 Burma ruby, signature mounting, carat 28 in diamonds. You can't leave them here. There's too many. I don't show it to you unless it's a value. That's part of being a good host. I'm not going to mess around showing you pieces. Listen, some pieces are better values than others. Some pieces were bought better than others. Some pieces just have been here longer where they have a bigger discount. My job is to make sure they are discounted, but if it can't start as a discount, I'm not interested in bringing it to you. There are values that are here that have been shown tonight for their presence in the value, not to mention the extra discounting you get, which makes it so impressive. Who wants our zircon ring or pendant or both? Keep in mind, you could actually switch up the ring Yeah, the ring can be done in any gold color. So you could actually get the ring in the rose and then match it to the pendant. The pendant's got to stay in the rose, but maybe you want to think about switching up the ring to make them match. So you could get the ring in the rose and then have the whole set there ready to go. But $9.99 for the ring, of course, $8.99 at checkout. The pendant's only $4.99, which is only $4.49 at checkout. So that's a great set waiting to happen. And you would get the whole set for about $13.50. That's kind of amazing. $13.50 for everything up there after you take your discounts, okay? And then also a reminder that the green zircon, this is the green zircon that is remaining. It's this one here, the radiant in the yellow gold. That's the 422 with the 76 points in diamonds, and that is here for only $18.88. It'll be down to $16.99 if you'd like to get that. So let me know on the pink zircons. It sounds like they're verifying now. Nothing's going to stay from the show. We have 18 minutes to go. We have pieces going as we speak. This is the time of night. Well, it's the end of the show, so it's your only option to pick pieces up now before they're either gone to somebody else or melted down. A reminder, this item number was 1119853. So another great choice or chance to pick up a rare as can be green zircon. It is rare and it is bright, and that's the color you want to have. Here we've spent the evening showing you an incredible emerald. This has got a very nice color that's going to give that emerald a run for its money, but also gives you that double refraction we love. Also had the really important 810 emerald. We have the great looking Savverite pendant from earlier as well, but this one is down to $16.99. That is your price tag after your discount. So keep that in mind. $18.88 really comes down to a significantly lower price tag that I hope you will have a chance to take advantage of if you'd like to have that. Okay, Alexandrite time is now. We're going to get to this one, which I have flashed, but we have not presented in full as of yet. And a beautiful way to get an Alexandrite, the Brazilian material, the blues and greens that changes to purple and red. It's item number 9069 on this one. And of course, that ruby 210 still available. If anybody's getting the pink zircons, let me know. Also have the last call on the show in general. We have 16 minutes to go. And here is the 51 point. Remember, Alexandrite is less about size, but it's about instead getting great origin, and it's about getting a really good quality. That's what's so impressive in what you're getting here, because it's clean, it's bright, it's crisp, it's got those bright blue greens, it goes to red purple. It's our 51 pointer with 82 points in diamonds. That's a bridge. So the middle two rows are going to work all the way under your piece. Look at the finishing all the way. This is just still one of the most elaborate designs we do. It's so well done. It's got a full color change, which gives it, again, a rarity of being phenomenal that not a lot of stones can do. A color change stone is really unlike any other. There's a lot of phenomenon stones. All the opals are phenomenal, and you've got chatoyant stones, but nothing quite gives you the deluxe rarity that a color change stone does. That's what you have here. 51 points, 82 points in diamonds. Change up the gold if you want. We'll take another look at it because we are on our way. Very limited time left in our show. What would you like? I'll tell you, that 8 carat 10 is going to go. The 810 emerald's going to go. The big 210 ruby's going to go. They're all going to go. We have literally 15 minutes, and this one presented for the first time so far tonight, and it's supposed to be $59.99. That's not going to work. End of the show, right here and now. This is your chance, owning perfection in Alexandrite. The June stone, the Brazilian material, the color change that is amazing. And watch this price tag from $15. Tony, I'm never going to get $59.99. That's why people are responding. I've taken all the prices we usually do, known as the best values in the world, right here at TVON, and we have really been dropping and reducing every last thing to inexplicable lows. It's losing money on everything left and right, but this is what you got to do in the dog days of summer. It's August. It's like the last hurrah since everyone's going back to normal life here shortly. Schools and work and all that, vacations ending and all that. Now we're looking forward to fall. And you know what? I can do without 110-degree weather. I love fall. I don't get a fall. We live in Los Angeles. We don't get fall, but we do get, hopefully we'll cool down, right? But this is the whole point. It's like a new season's around the corner, a lot to look forward to. We've got the jewelry you'll be wearing for those most important and special days. And in this case, it could be every day because Alexandrite is plenty durable. Don't mistake the rarity for a soft stone. It's not. It's an 8.5 in the Mohs scale, and we'll take it down below $3,000. There's your 50% off sale price, and I'll just keep it going. 29? No, it's not going to work. And how we do it on the zircons? Andy, we just had a bunch of calls. Was anyone taking anything? Or because I'm about ready to do a recap here. Are all the pink zircons still here? The green zircon's still here, and the Tanzanite round is still here? Okay. So we got some recaps to do, but we'll make this even better than 29 because we got to send some stuff out here. We got the first look at the Alexandrite, and now we get to blow it out even further than $2,500. There's your extra $500 off right there. And it's going to be even lower than that. And this is one of the rarest stones in the world. It's been a night all about values. It's really what we are committed to doing. It's value all the time, every last item. This is not 25. It's not 24. I mean, you don't come this far, 2 hours and 47 minutes into a discount show, and stop now. We're going to keep those below cost drops going so you can have whatever it is you dreamed of. And if Alexandrite has been in your radar, even if you shopped already tonight, sometimes those days are just made for shopping. When you see the values we have here, that's why you got to be shopping this show. We don't see anything like this. And I will do better than even 24 or 23 or 22. Even 21.99. That's a really good size Alexandrite. They don't come in big sizes all that often. 1 carats are about as big as they get around these parts, and yet it's not going to be 21 or 2,000 or let's just make it $19.99. Then you've got a $17.99. That seems to be a very, very, very special price tonight that is getting the job done. So now I'll take $200 off. Sure. $200 extra off. Check out, you say $17.99, that works better for you, great. We'll make it happen. It'll be on its way to you, and you're getting a gold colored choice on this, Alex, so you can choose it in the white as it is, or you can get yellow or rose, and we're gonna make sure that's free too. So you can get the gold color change, the sizing, you get that shipping for free. This is why we've added so many shoppers tonight that are brand new because, well, we're finding the way. We are seeing how TVON, different than everybody else, don't have to pay that excessive high price for that really excessive quality. I say that in jest because I don't think your quality can ever be too much. I think we all deserve to have the best. It just shouldn't. It's been for many, many, many decades, really as long as jewelry's existed. It's been the thought of, well, you got to spend a whole lot to get fine quality. It leaves only the fine quality available to a certain type, a certain budget, a certain aspirational quality. And we are here to say no. We can bring you that best quality, bring it to you at a great value. Let's show you what we have left from the show because we just have a couple of items that I do want to share with you before we go here. Running out of time, we've got a couple of really important pieces to share, like the Mahenge and the Imperial, the last of the Imperial, the 210 on the ruby, which is just undeniably one of our best ever. Here's what the Imperial now, we had a whole wheel of Imperial. That is the really bright orangey material. It's got a great color to it. We've also got a huge ruby. This is about as big as they get if you want luxe in color, size, and clarity. Origin, of course, is Burma across the board here. There's our 210. Also have, sure, the Alexandrite still available. I love the idea you can get this incredible aqua, 14 carats plus in an aquamarine. This aqua is the best and brightest. That's going to be a 14 carat. That's under $4,900 actually before your discount. Everything up here is actually going to be $59.99 or less. You get that extra savings at checkout. And then look at this, the Mahenge spinel in the Marquise cut. Somehow, some way tonight, we had a carat 32 Marquise cut in a Mahenge spinel, and it's here for only $29.99 less your $300. So those are 4 of my best, and we've seen full presentations on each and every one of them tonight already. And now we are ready to get them home. And if you are still considering the Alexandrite, here you go. There's the Alexandrite. And then let me also show you that pink zircon, because how that is still here at $9.99, I have no idea. Not even I just can't get it. I just don't get it. That pink zircon is here for $9.99. This is what we're going to do for the next 9 minutes. We're going to show these until they sell out. And when this wheel is clear, when we don't have a single piece left from this wheel of those 6, we're going to show you something else. But in the next 9 minutes, every one of those items that are all one of a kinds should go. And they have to, because of these values we've had tonight. Absolutely incredible. And you're still getting 10% off anything and everything you choose off that wheel. I can't think of a better selection, both of rarity and individual quality, than what is up here on display. So your chances now, if you need a little recap on all the carat weights and the information and seeing it on the hand, that's what we're doing. That's what a recap is. So yes, The Mahenge is gone. Thank you so much. Did they see the inside, the finishing, how it looks on the hand? I'll try it on the hand one more time. That's 1122634. It just sold. Congratulations. The Mahenge is gone. So that is that 12. Ended up being $26.99 for our caller who just picked up that gorgeous Mahenge. Thank you so much. Back to the wheel we go, because we still have 5 others that need to get their homes as well. So in the back right, we're talking about a 2-carat 10 Burma ruby. Right back here in what is called the signature mounting with a carat 28 in gorgeous diamonds. Now we can come in actually a little bit closer and take a really good look. Again, all one of a kinds. Everything up here is either $59.99 or less. They go as affordable as $9.99. All those prices I'm talking about are still before your 10% extra off. That aqua in the back. Oh, the aqua. The aqua is nothing short of amazing. It's a 14 karat 01. It's got a carat 34 in diamonds. It's under $4,900. This is $48.88 for that Sierra Santa Maria. Cushion cut square, dazzling. Look at every single facet. Have you seen, first of all, look at up there. There's a lot of great stones up there, but nothing is quite as brilliant as the aqua. That's unusual. Then we've got the 210. And the signature mounting. This is the Imperial square cushion. That is a 132 Imperial with yellow and white diamonds. We have our other bridge over here with the Alexandrite. Just presented that for $19.99. It's really $17.99. The most affordable option is right up there, front left. It's the pink zircon square cushion as well. And that is going to be here for $9.99, $100 off that price as well. Thank you again for being with us tonight. We have 7 minutes to go in this broadcast. So the now question becomes, out of 5 pieces left, we've got 7 minutes, 5 pieces, 10% off, summer clearance. What would you like to have? And you literally cannot go wrong with those discounts. By the way, if you need a money back guarantee, just forego the 10% and you can pay the price that I gave you on the air and get your money back guarantee. I say that for new shoppers, especially who may not have experienced this at TVON yet. Maybe you haven't experienced what our quality is all about and you want that safety net of that return policy. Go ahead. You can go ahead and take the price on the air, which was still discounted, still a big discount if you'd like to have that full money back return privilege, or you can take the 10% off and have it be final sale. It's up to you. It's just about your comfort level. Obviously, a lot of you have shopped with me for 25 years. Maybe you've shopped here 9 years. You know what? You know what you see on the air is what you get. So that's really incredible material. And look at that. Everything up there is either $59.99 or less. That's incredible. The ruby's the most pricey. I can't believe the aqua is less money than the ruby. I mean, that aqua is 14 carats plus. It's amazing. And a lot of diamond weight. Either way you're going. I mean, they've all got a lot of diamond weight, really, with the exception of maybe the curb link around your pink zircon. But everything here is meant to go. Yes. Don't think I have one. They may have heard Padparasha because we were talking about the Imperials and how a couple of our Imperials looked like Padparasha. Now, if you would like a Padparasha, what I can do is go look tomorrow and see what we have. If you have any maybe preferences, size, shape, carat weight, price point, be happy to go find you some great options for Padparashas and show them whenever you're ready or able to watch the show. We are back tomorrow night from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, same as tonight. Our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights are all exactly the same. They're Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays are in the evening, 5 to 8 Pacific time. That's 8 to 11 Eastern time. And of course, for my central time zone, you guys would be, I guess, like 7 to 10. So 7 to 10 Central, 8 to 11 Eastern, 5 to 8 Pacific. So those are our times. That's for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. So tomorrow night we will see you same time slot, 5 to 8 Pacific. And then the weekends. The weekends are a little different. They're daytime shows. So Saturday and Sunday are morning shows out here on the West Coast, 10 a.m. That is a 10 a.m. start time West Coast. That is Central time noon. And that is Eastern time 1 p.m. We take you 3 hours on Saturday and Sunday mornings as well to take you through amazing jewelry. So last call on this wheel. 5 pieces left. Do not bank on them being here tonight, even later after the show, because we're very busy in the phone lines as we always are for our last 4 minutes. That's all we've got. I will see you tomorrow 5 to 8, and that'll be our big Club TV on Friday night weekly party, and then of course the Saturday and Sunday weekends as well. But take a look at these 5 left, because we do not want to leave those here tonight. Too many great pieces, too many big values, way too much saved to leave them here. They need to go. So this is the last call, and whatever you need to see, we got graphics. We can bring up the graphics, try them on, go over all those details yet again, and of course the price tags, 10% off. You got a few moments left. Any questions before we go? All right, we done? We may just have this tomorrow. The Paraiba round, I'm gonna try to see if I can't get you a better value. We had this ring slated to go out tonight at $49.99. Tell you what, I'm gonna use this as a little, let's see what's going on tomorrow. See if I can just sharpen the pencil on that $49.99 price. It's a gorgeous round. It sure is. It's a round, it's a 3-stone, it's that Paraiba classic. We'll bring that, let me see if I can do better on that price and bring it out as a little freebie Friday price tag, and definitely join us for our Friday night party. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We got a lot to share with you. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night, 5 o'clock when we start. Also, we've got, I think those pink zircon, the pendants also here, the round, so, or maybe not, the round may be gone. Okay, so pink zircon pendant gone. Last call on the show. Let me know if there's anything else you're thinking about. And of course, I would be absolutely remiss to not remind you that the 810, the emerald, the Colombian, the best of the best, the should-be million-dollar stone is here for under $20,000. One more time, looking at that from a distance away. Remember, we were showing it from all the way across the room and you could still see the glow? From the hand all the way across the room. That is the 810 Colombian emerald. That is 112-7923. Yes. Trying the aqua? Sure. Here's the aqua real quick. We'll stay right here, Tome. Actually, thank you. That's the aqua. Going to pop that on the hand. 7364 is your item number on that aqua. So this is the 1401. It does also have a carat 34 in the diamonds all the way around it. And then what they did was they did this extra row. So see how there's an entire halo, and then they've got a couple extra on either side, left and right, and then you continue with the round brilliant diamonds down the sides of the band. So even if you're going with a bigger ring size, you're going to see diamonds every which way, side to side. That is down to $48.88, comes down to $43.99 if you'd like to have that for your very own. And I would really highly recommend it because that is quite a ring. Look at the flashes it gives. It's like there are white diamonds, big ones, flashing through the stone too. I mean, we know they're around the stone, but it gives you that look as if there are diamonds throughout the stone as well. And this one may be gone. So again, last call for verifications: aqua, emerald, the ruby, the imperial in the middle, the zircon in the front left, and of course our Alexandrite. If you have any questions, we'll be here for a couple minutes. The show goes off the air in 55 seconds. We'll be here for a few minutes after that as we help place your orders, answer any questions, or maybe you want to get a request ready to go for tomorrow. We can always help you with all of that and more. So give us a call, jot down that phone number here for a few minutes, but don't rely on those pieces being here because they're all going tonight. That's what happens here at the end of the show. So everyone's seen all the jewelry. We're making those decisions. We're not going to let somebody else take the piece we have our heart set on, especially when there are values like we've had tonight. This has been a colossal night of value, savings on everything we've done. So again, last call. Thank you again for being with me tonight. Happy Thursday. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Friday as well. And then let's all rendezvous at 5 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow night. 3 hours live. It's going to be a blast as we kick off our weekend together. So thank you so much from all of us here at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow at 5.